Hello baby gangsters, this is Calvin, also known as Omer, and this is my first ever playthrough of Genshin Impact. We're here with the Golden Slumber again, and also getting to meet our friend Jet once again is very exciting too. I'm so excited. I'm so excited to actually get more into this quest and learn more about the Golden Slumber. I'm exhausted. Moreover, besides Benman, we haven't made any other discoveries, and that makes my exhaustion all the worse for it. This place is huge, and we've seen so much on the way here. Paimon's sure there's a lot to write about. Even if Paimon doesn't really know much about these things. Neither of you are researchers, so of course you don't understand. What we used this whole time can only be considered as proof for existing research, except Ben. How should I explain this to a non-researcher? I love Jet's walk. Let me put it like this. I want my paper to get approved at Academia's review. It's like love. What does that have to do with love? Let me explain. A paper must stand out to pass the review. Just imagine that you're pursuing your ideal partner. If you're no different from the other candidate, then how will you capture their heart? That analogy sounds like a real stretch, you know? Paimon saying with a smile, you know that you've effed up. The way Tirzan thinks is really strange. In my opinion, a couple just has to consider each other suitable. There's no need to compete with others. We're still talking about academic reviews, aren't we? I think that what he's saying is the way peacocks will do it, or the way animals will do it, I suppose. Well, I think as well there is a thing of standing out amongst other people, you know, when you're the person that people notice in the room. But when you have that deep connection with someone, it becomes less about, I think, a competition with other people and more just an idea of how well you guys connect. You know what I mean? Because if that is truly the person you love, then there is no competition involved. And people can be like, that's an idealist view. Fine, I don't care. I really don't care about people be like, well, actually, this is this. I'm like, I really don't care. I really don't, because that's always been my view. If you love someone, there shouldn't really be a competition to do with it. We're still talking about academic reviews, aren't we? I shouldn't have made that example. Just forget what I said. I guess this is where a little chat ends. It'll be more efficient if we split up and look for clues. Someone said his name is Gabriel, which is actually really pretty. An archaeological expedition with no hope in sight. Who cares about efficiency? The stone is lit up once. We'll definitely find a way to make it light up completely. We'll just have to not give up. But how could you guarantee that? Wait, so you really do know something, don't you? What I do know is that there may be hope if we continue forward, but we'll leave empty-handed if we turn back now. Such a cool design as well for Gabriel. That is true. To just stop worrying about this and that. An indoor zoology researcher, this is so pretty, this scene. You have finally gotten the opportunity to enter some ruins, so just treat it as a chance to view some of your seniors' research subjects for yourself. You're right. I should be more professional, but even if we're going to split up, I want to stay close to me. I want to explore freely too, you know. Then we'll explore freely together. There's no danger here, and while you might be a researcher, you're terrible at puzzles. You'll just be a burden to wander. Jen is so forward and honest with their feelings and their opinions. Exploring woods has never been my forte, but if I'm given enough time, oh great, raincoat is installed, and pen and paper, then such problems will be no problem at all. Alright, just shout, help me if you're in danger or something. And one of us will get there in time. Probably. What if none of you do? If it's as impossible as breaking open 10 bad eggs in a row for breakfast. I think you need some lesson in mathematics, Jet. I can introduce a teacher to you once we return. So I think what he's saying is that oh look, this path has come to an end. I think what okay, we'll go back to the previous room. What he's saying is I don't think odds. No, I don't think what she said is that bad, right? The odds of opening up 10 bad eggs, but I suppose he's probably saying that odds don't generally work like that. It's you could open 10 bad eggs especially if they're all the same date and they all were created at the same time. But I think what she's saying is you can't get unlucky. You're not going to get unlucky 10 times around, which can happen. But I agree with Jet in some ways, you know what I mean? The door's already open. Maybe Jet and the others found some way to get it open. Guess it's pretty reliable, eh? But then don't talk to me about maths, by the way. Probably my weakest point in my whole life. Benjamin seems to have a lot to share with doors. If only my father and I could do the same. Such a cool design as well. Oh yeah, we have a wish. So we might as well just do these 2 wishes here. Before we go any further. I like to always do like sometimes at the start, just like so we're not like thinking about it, you know what I mean? What? 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 Okay. I'll take a consolation for Jean. Are you kidding me? Are you kidding me? I'll take a consolation for Jean. Okay. Are you freaking kidding me? Whoa. You're probably wondering how I ended up here. It's a long story. Let me tell you about my life. Ah! Wait, what? What happened?
Is this retribution?
Jean, what happened? I did not expect that to happen at all. We stood there for too long. I was like, okay, let's just check this consolation out. Ah! What the hell? I understand like the implications of what happened. We fell through the floor in some sort of trap. But like, very funny. Very funny stuff. I love this game so much. We have Jean with us today, by the way. Maybe that's why we got the consolation, because they're like, hey, you using Jean today? Here, have it. So there is a thing we can activate down here, but you need one of those guys. Maybe you need to activate this. Don't have enough clearance. I can't believe I fell through the floor, and it happened like as I was about to pause, and it was like a Wile E. Coyote thing or something. You know when he's like yikes before he falls, or yipes. And of course it happened to Xiao, of course. Where are you leading me to? Where are you leading me to? The music's so good. Let's get that consolation for Jean, by the way. Very cool. So increase the pulling speed of Galeblade after... What? That's so cool. Okay. Jean is like a fully leveled character in my eyes in terms of my level and my gameplay style and what I do. So like, we should be using her a lot more, in fairness.
Let's light it up.
It was legit like a cartoon. You know, like when the Roadrunner happens or whatever, like and I don't know, it was wild.
Shut it.
Off we go.
Where'd you go? Actually, yeah, I understand that like for these guys, it would definitely be better to have official here, I guess, for the electricity. For sure. But we'll be fine. We'll be fine. Again, like, we have such strong people on our team that I'm not like too worried about failing too much with this. Like this was my like apart from Farazan, it was my like we usually had like I want to try Farazan out with this as well because this isn't like the official Jean squad, of course. The Jean squad is what am I doing? I played Genshin for 500 hours. I still can't find the menus. Worst player ever lived. Yeah, the real Jean squad is up here. This is Jean squad. Yeah, and I actually like and I wanted to try a Farazan today with but I guess we don't need Benny for this. Because we use Benny a lot, but Benny's just really good, that's the thing. Yeah, we could use Fischl. Yeah, I'm up for that. But we use Fischl a lot too. We could use Xing Shou as well, but then like... Yeah. Sometimes it's just a really, like Benny and Fischl are just like the anchors of all of our teams, you know?
The threads of your fate lie in my hands.
Like legit, that's just the truth. Like I really feel like they are the anchor of every team I have. Like in a good way. They don't hold us down. They like keep us grounded and put us in place and stuff. Okay. The sea led me here, but I'm imagining that this isn't exactly where we have to go. Exploration knowledge. Primal Sunglass with the giant hourglass. No one knows why it was built. And then left here, when touched, it flipped and start to mark time. Rotate all nearby primal sunglasses before this giant hourglass sound runs out, and you may gain some experience boon. Let's take all this stuff too. So is this where we fell? Is it? I don't... It might be, actually. It might be where we fell. Can you guys see the crew there? I think it might be where we fell. We fell. Yeah, I think it is. So we actually do have to go down here. The exploration in these areas is really good, though. It's really, really good. Maybe it's not down here? No, we totally have to activate this somehow. Is there a little creature around here somewhere that needs escaping? Let's go this way. No, we can't get out. Wait, we can't get out this way, so it has to be the other way. Maybe, like, we can just fly over. But... I mean, there's multiple locks, so we can definitely go to the other lock if needs be. Poor Xiao. Like, cannot catch a break any day in his life. Maybe we could try, is it like the actual sand glass here then? Because it seems like this is exactly where you have to go. So you have to get up here. So maybe we try rotate those before you do anything else. Because there's a door over here as well. But this, whereabouts was the sand hourglass thing? Was it in here? Music is so good in here. It's so good. This was the thing you have to carry it over, right?
By royal decree, go as planned.
Jean is so good. Holy hell. She's always been very, very good, though. Like, there's rarely like a time when like Jean's on the team that like it ever like I don't think she's ever like brought. The thing we have so many good characters. So we can't activate this, right? We don't have the clearance for this yet. Oh, it's up there. Okay, but we can't get in there just yet, right? Or do they want me to fly up to it? Because I will. Do they want me to cheat a little bit? Or can you climb this? You can't. Okay. I was like, you want me? Because again, I always like forget like it's not a domain. It's literally just a part of the map. So we can rotate this or flip it. Oh, can't be flipped during combat. Well, here's the thing. I'm gonna say this right now. This combat's more one-sided. Like I don't really acknowledge their combat. Acknowledge me. No, I don't really acknowledge them. I'm going this way. I'm here.
Oz, reveal thyself.
I'm here, you silly thing. Acknowledge me. There you go. That's what you say if someone's trying to if someone's trying to fight you. I don't really acknowledge their combat. Wait. Oh, we have to get up there? And we have to flip all of them? Or we have to... Oh, then we get this. To open the door down here. Challenge failed. So that opens the door there, fine. Okay, let's try it again. So, if you remember what it said in terms of like the information. Sorry, it's here. Here, yeah. It said when touched, it will flip and start to mark time. Rotate all. So we have to rotate them all. That's just it. It's very simple. Let's go do it. Yeah, it's a very simple concept. I was just worried about getting the door open. Yeah. And where's the other one? Over there. Yeah, that's so simple. That's such a simple concept. You can't be upset at me failing that first time. Or we're not accepted. I could never be upset at the game for me failing that first time. Because that's rather simple.
There's quality here.
We unlocked that door, but is there another one around here? Because it's this room that we want to unlock as well, right? But we need to get the code for that. Let's go in here then. Not the code, the clearance. Wow. You can tell this is the first recording of the week. Calvin's all over the place. Really cool environment as well, isn't it? It always is in these places. The desert's been absolutely incredible. Enigmatic page. It's gigantic, isn't it? This whole area is gigantic. It's so big. Maybe go over to the other side? There's a challenge here. Oh, it's like a collect dendro particles challenge. We love it. Where are the other dendro particles? Up there. Oh, I didn't get that one. It's okay, we can go back and get it. I thought it was the perspective was definitely my fault there. Oh, I don't think we can get it. I don't think we can get it. Barely, barely. Okay, let's keep going around here and checking out this place.
Quality here.
Try to unlock the rooms deep within. There's this door here. There's also this door here. Whereabouts is this? Wait, is this the room we were just in? Did we unlock just going back here? Honestly? Jet, don't judge me. How'd you get back here? Don't judge me, Jet. Don't do the Wile E. Coyote jump again. I won't. I won't. So we might as well go back in here then. The other way would be going this way, but I feel like, yeah, because we went that way. I'm gonna go this. It's okay. It's okay. It's okay. I'm a bit frantic right now because I'm like, okay, there's two things on the screen. There's two things we gotta unlock. And we need extra clearance for this one in here. Like for this door here, we need extra clearance. So I'm wondering if we need to come back when we get clearance, extra clearance, because you can upgrade your stuff, right? So maybe we try head back. It's pointing directly at this. So what if we release this? Wait, where's it going? Hey, where are you going? So it doesn't just open that door. It might open something else. Let's just follow it. Oh, yes, for this thing here. Maybe not? Or is it going back in? You have to light up both sides. So we'll go to the other side now. Perfect. Okay. This is a very, very interesting puzzle as well. Will admit it's taking me some time to rev up. The car that is named Calvin, also known as Omer, needed a bit of hot water to clear off the ice. Gabrielle? Have you found any clues? I haven't made any progress over here just yet. We will. That's strange. What's a ship doing here? Might it make sense that this is the ocean of sand? Perhaps a river used to flow through here, but it dried, or perhaps this boat was not made to be used by the living? I'll have to head back and do some research about geological changes here to confirm my theory. There's a freaking boat here! Holy hell, it's beautiful. It's so neat. Like, this is genuinely what these, like, archaeological missions should be, right? Like, this is genuinely what they should be. Like, and I just want to take a look down here before, because we know we're going to be moving on. But, so cool. And the idea that maybe it wasn't supposed to be used for the living, maybe it's for people to pass on after they die? And look at the lighting from above when it's dark out. That is so cool. Ah. Okay. Looks like I Wile E. Coyote it again. What the hell? What is this? Large fan blades. These fan blades will blow strong winds to construct progress or blow primal embers away. If you wish to pass through them, you'll need to wait a moment before the fan blades stop moving or device can... Okay, so you can stop them all together. What the hell? So I think we might have to take our little thing down here. But we fell here, so... How do you get back out of here, though? Maybe there's like a war point up here? Can we access this? Okay, I wasn't exactly sure how to get out of there. I'm sure there was an easier way to get out of there. I'm sure there was. Why are you back here? Don't talk about it. What? Did you fall again? No, I didn't fall. I don't fall. You fell. Yeah, I did not fall. Fell. So we can release this, and I think that's what we're gonna have to follow now again. Where to go? Here it is, okay. And then we follow it down into here. Maybe we could have activated this? This is so cool. I actually love these little tiny missions where you just have to follow this thing around the place. Do you have to wait until like the fan blades, or like is it gonna... I think we just go. I think we just go now. Oh, see, we're gonna have to wait until the fan blades go for us to release it. So let's let it go again. Do your thing, fan blades. Do your thing.
Reduced to just standing around. How absurd.
Am I right? How absurd. So down here to open this door. Really cool. Very simplistic, very cool. And then we release it again. So neat. And again, like, it's so simplistic, but obviously, like, I was a bit confused at the start just because of, like, maybe I thought we had to get the clearance, but it's actually just, like, much easier. Usually that's what happens with me a lot in games, is that, like, I will take, like, the hardest route when it's, like, actually just, like, a very simple solution. Like, this is such a simple solution to open this door. Very cool. Great. As expected of my assistant? No. No mechanisms of puzzle shall be your match. No need to exaggerate. Wander's impressive, but you should have about 2 tiers odd. Speaking of which, did you complain about being exhausted and not discovering anything so far? How are you this motivated now? Get him. Honestly, get him. It's because my researcher's intuition tells me that we're about to make a breakthrough. Researcher's intuition? It's like an adventurer's instinct? I love the way Paimon and, like, Wander together are like, is this like this? Maybe it's this. Oh, Paimon gets it. That's the ability to predict that there will be an ambush at the corner or a trap behind the door, right? Then you better be careful, Wander. Father, let's prepare for battle as well. I can't get over how cool Jet looks. What are you talking about? The research intuition I mentioned is based on a vast knowledge of careful observation. It's akin to a flash of genius. But what you said does make sense. My consideration is lacking in that aspect. Well, if there's danger, I'll be counting on all of you to do the jobs I hired you for. Then... So we know that Tearsad has, like, a very big issue with the idea of, like, standing out. Has always wanted to stand out. So it makes sense that Tearsad would be like, no, your thing isn't like my thing, even though, like, it's such a good example to use from Paimon and Wander, where it's like, what the hell? Oh my god. Holy, and the light shining through as well. It's so pretty. But yeah, years of experience. To finish the thought before we go into this, years of experience with something does lead to a better intuition with it and a knowledge of what could be around the corner. And look at the light shining down the middle too, like it's a path to walk down. Look at this. Are you kidding me? Cinematic. Absolutely cinematic. Is that a mural? It's gorgeous. Hey, Tears, are you alright? Of course I am. I'm terrific. I've never felt better. Since Paimon and Wanda aren't from around here, it's understandable that you don't recognize its worth. As for Gabriel and Jet, I guess it's a knowledge issue? No, it isn't something you should have knowledge about. Paimon, let me test you for a moment. Can you discern what can you discern from this mural? There's many people and something in the sun, like an eye. I guess Paimon has no talent for this. Why do you ask? You already knew that, huh? Yeah, don't be mean to Paimon. Listen, if you knew the answer what Paimon was going to give because she's not an archaeologist or a researcher, then don't ask. You hear me? And what about you, Wanda? What do you see in this mural? It's a very symmetrical painting, insignificant subjects, and great king. It is symmetrical, but it isn't a matter of style alone. It symbolizes a solid structure, a rule by force. Oh, I can see that, I guess, yeah. The sun and the eyes that symbolize King Dedrit. Behind him are the 7 pillars, so we called them, that hold up King Dedrit's pyramid of authority. As for his subjects, they're insignificant. They dare not express any complaint. They are forced to submit. But even so, they couldn't escape destruction. Is that really the case? Come now, how can I be wrong? The theme of this mural fully conforms to the depictions of King Dedrit in everything I've ever read. A terrifying king used absolute and supreme authority to keep all his subjects beneath him. So we know that like King Dedrit was like a little bit more beloved than we thought. Not by everybody, but we do know that his depiction is not exactly always true. And that sometimes will happen, I guess, like, where like, especially like when there's like great, when things are lost through translation throughout history. But it makes perfect sense that like, different sides of the coin would see King Dedrit in different ways, But this mirror feels so peaceful to me. Everything feels so orderly and everyone has their own place and duty. Isn't that good? That's so interesting that Jet has a completely different perspective of the painting from someone who might have like lived in Sumeru. More often than not. Like, I lived in, like, the city of Sumeru. More than, I guess, outside the city. And it's, like, and that's, I think, what, like, makes art important and what makes historical art important is that you will have different, like, interpretations of, like, what... Like, everyone sees every piece of art in a different way. What kind of crooked interpretation is that? It's an interpretation. Art would be so boring if there was one interpretation, Tearzad. You could make up stories about Ben talking to doors, but deciphering murals and history of King Dedrit's civilization is my area of expertise. This is a problem though, Tearzad, because I feel like that, like, this is one of the reasons why you're not going to make a new breakthrough anytime soon, is because like you're not open to new ideas. You know what I mean? Like, if someone said, like, if I looked at a painting and I said, oh my god, this painting like is like, it reminds me of like pain and anger and anguish, and then someone beside me was like, I actually think it's kind of like happy. Like, it reminds me of like the solace after like anxiety or something. And I'm like, my answer wouldn't be what's wrong with you. It would be like, huh, I never looked at it this way. Like, it's way better that way, and it's way more interesting that way. But now I don't want to hear no buts. Everything I said has been proven by prior research, and this mural will become part of Muana too. We know research can be wrong. We know it can. Of course, I'll be one to write it, because research as well, like, especially like when it comes to like some stuff like this, it's like it's like a maths equation where like the first part of the maths equation can be wrong, but you still get points for like getting like every single part you wrote after if it's right compared to the wrong answer, if that makes sense. Like, you can get the first part wrong, or 80% wrong. That means when you trickle down and get and use that first research for every other part of your research, you can actually like find that like everything is like a little bit wrong on the way down with some like nuggets of truth. Just is entirely correct, but you know very little about the sand. Gabrielle, you've hardly said more than a few words at this time. You're standing up for your daughter now. I might not be a match for you in battle and strength, but I have Wonder by my side, dude. Don't. I don't think you want to know the answer to this. You'll take my side, won't you? No. That's not appropriate. We're traveling all together. No, we're all companions on this expedition. Even if our opinions differ, we shouldn't fight over it, right? Tearzad is the only person who wants to fight over this, right? True, Paimon. True. What? Together I started this expedition and I'm paid for it. All of you are employed by me. You have literally a legit dude who is like so in tune with the desert with you in Gabrielle. But you, like, refuse to acknowledge that he might know something. Moreover, I'm the one with a formal academic training. A layman has no right to speak on academic issues. You are coming into someone else's, like a place you don't know, and you were telling them what to think about the area that they know. One who withdraws from others can hardly call themselves an independent researcher. Oh my god. I also checked very quickly in between this awesome moment. I think I've been pronouncing the name wrong again. Like the commenter did said it is like Gabriel, but it's not supposed to be Gabriel, it's Jabriel. So I do want to apologize for getting his name wrong for like the first like 30 minutes of this video, because Jabriel is also a very beautiful name. I do want to, because I was like, I'm definitely saying this wrong. You know, not that it matters too much, but like definitely like, you know, when you have a character in a world quest, you want to make sure you're like, you know, maybe saying the name somewhat right, I guess. But yeah, this is such a great line. Let's hear from your unique insights. This destroyed kingdom was once strong and beautiful. It may be difficult to believe, but that was all this was built in the desert. And you only see the obedience revealed on the surface, but fail to notice the direction of the people's hopes. It was their hope which tied the people of the sand to King Desert. They thought this would help them overcome the calamity, but we know the outcome of that. Even delusions have limits. Are you trying to overturn all prior research? I don't think there's sufficient evidence for any of this nonsense. I think it's like, again, like all he's saying from my interpretation, I could be wrong, is just like, hey, yeah, you're looking at the structure itself on a surface level, but you fail to notice the feelings of the people in the painting. Well, what a coincidence. I, too, do not think the opinion of a struggling researcher who came out of desperation holds any weight. Holy hell. You... I never knew you had such a sharp tongue. Father, arguing won't change a thing. But I do think that for Jabriel, that like there is like a real reason to argue back here. Like if you treat someone with as if they're stupid, but don't have all the knowledge yourself in this situation, you're gonna have a bad time because you will be just called out. You will be, and you should be called out. Exactly, you can't figure out what you're arguing about, but if it's academic, there's always room for discussion, right? So put your differences aside now. You can't convince each other anyway. I think Jabriel was actually like, hey, look, yeah, you know the surface level stuff, but you're failing to notice some key things about like the feelings of it. I think that he was trying to like find a middle ground in some places. Let's continue our investigation. Perhaps we'll discover more clues that we can see who is right and who is wrong, all right? This is infuriating. I should discuss academics with a layman. I loved hearing Jabriel's interpretation of that, the hopes that were tied together, like instead of looking at it as kind of an authoritative thing, like it's like they were tied in their hopes to King Desert. Whatever it isn't my fault. Of course it is, nothing ever is. The path like looks like it leads upward. I don't see any traps. Paimon wonders where it leads, but staying here won't change anything either, so let's continue, shall we? Yeah. And like I said, like to me, like with pronunciations with stuff, like it's not always like, I'm not always going to get it right, but like if I can get it right, I will try to get it right, you know what I mean? Especially when it's a beautiful name of a beautiful character. But like what's so, like I felt like Jabriel was actually like being so like fair there. I think, you know, it's like, oh, you have a sharp, I didn't know you had such a sharp tongue. It's like, yeah, like they're being paid to do a job, so they've been very quiet. You're very lucky they've been so quiet. To me, like any researcher or any person who does research should genuinely be happy if they're given new information from someone that actually knows. This is going up very far. Whoa. So this is the actual, oh, but the big one. These runes are magnificent. Those aren't ordinary ruins. If the records are correct, they should be King Teshret's mausoleum. It's where the tyrant is buried. Should we still go forward then? All questions have an answer, and all answers slumber here. Gabriel is just like a fountain of like lines here that like are so interesting. I will do this even if all I achieve is showing some ignorant mercenaries the error of their ways. Let's hold her over there carefully. Like, I don't know, to me, like if I'm trying to like find out new information about something, like let's say I'm trying to find out like about a country. Like if I'm trying to find out about like a country I've never been to, and like I'm like, well, all the research says this, you know, this is this and this and that and this and this, right? And obviously like statistics matter and all this stuff, you know, but like also at the same time then like, but I'm talking about an age that like, you know, they're like this, right? In an age of like this. If then I meet someone from that country and I'm like, well, actually, like all of you in that country, the national food for that country is the burger. And they go, well, no, it's not. It's actually this. And I go, huh, are you denying the people who have never lived there? And have never been through this? You know what I mean? I just feel like he's being very rude in this situation. Paimon feels even smaller now that we've gotten closer. Paimon feels insignificant and great as sand. It's an incredible location though, Paimon. It's incredible. That was also what King Teshret's means of ruling, building huge spectacles to instill the idea that his subjects are small and insignificant to them, thus achieving the objective of domesticating them. The act of using huge amounts of— look at this place! Mambo to build such a spectacle in the desert is a testament to King Teshret's tyranny. Beep, boop, beep, beep. Oh, opening the door, well done. Yeah, like it seems that, I don't know, I think this is a very interesting group of people to be with, really. So Benben can even open the door to this thing? It's difficult to say. Maybe it just opened its own, on its own. It may. It might have nothing to do with Benben. Why is he being so stubborn? To explain to me how this thing, Benben, opened the door. What is the logic behind it? Oh my god. Oh my god. Okay, how did the door open by itself then? Paimon doesn't know either. Yeah, because he's asking questions that he knows you can't answer, that I can't answer, that we can't answer, that we can't prove. Benben, what is it? Do you want to go inside? Is there something you're familiar with in there? Beep, beep.
A grain of sand is insignificant, but an ocean of them possess immeasurable strength. Researcher of blind fate, do you really have courage to set foot into the sand?
Gabriel, you are so freaking cool. We're already here, so of course I must go inside. Still, my research intuition is telling me that danger is ahead is incomparable to the dangers we face so far. I doubt I can trust either of you desert dwellers, so what I'm counting on you to keep me safe. Here's the thing, at this stage you might as well like pay them and send them back to the camp if you're going to treat them like this. Because like, come on, just some difference in opinion. Isn't that serious, is it? You don't get it all. A collision of views in academics is no different from a battle. Jeez, this guy's really getting more annoying by the minute. So what have you done? It's not easy to hold Benben back. Sorry. So Benben really wants to go inside. Let's stop delaying then. Oh, look at this. Like, they're running as well. And of course, we're like running ahead with Jet as well, who's our new crew, the new third member of the crew. I don't know, like, man, I think, yeah, I think it's just like the academia is, we've known it to be a stubborn kind of institution. So, like, I guess, like, there's no, like, I'm not going to sit here and pretend that, like, oh, it's actually like this doesn't make any sense that he acts like this, because we know that the academia in general is already a very stubborn institution. We know that. We know that when it comes to their ideals, that they will like fight for them and will argue about them. They take research very seriously. They take their dissertations, like as you probably should, incredibly seriously. So like I do totally understand that. But like also at the same time, can you imagine the advantage you would have if like you, and like also how much you would stand out if you were the one, like if you were legit the one to find new stuff out about the desert, and you backed it up with like, you know, and it doesn't have to be like this factual thing. You could be like, okay, this is all the research I found. This is what I found about this place. We found Benben. Now, while we can't prove anything about Benben right now, here is like what some people I've met in the desert say. This is the stuff that they used to say about this stuff. This is the like Gabriel is like literally feeding him some like ancient, not ancient, but like these old like proverbs about being able to survive the sands, how the deserts are like together are strong. Like, one grain of sand on its own is nothing, but the grain of sand together are so strong. Like, this is stuff that, like, whilst you can't prove scientifically, like, it is so interesting to get into. And I guess, like, it is, like, this scientific thing that he wants to get into. But I don't know. I just feel like he's disregarding such vital information here. And two people, and at least one person in Gabriel that could, like, really help out here. Oh, the treasure! Thank goodness Benben's alright. Seriously, stop rushing off so quickly. What if you got into trouble? Should that be called an injury or a malfunction? Doesn't matter. There aren't any doctors or technicians here anyway. Beep. We do have a bunch of angry adults, though. You're absolutely right about that. I'm not angry. This place is full of evidence. It won't take long to prove that I'm right. I mean, look at this huge coffin. Wait, how would he get this thing open? Palmer can't figure out if he's brave or cowardly.
What are those? The huge statues, don't they look like guards?
They're so intimidating. Tearshead, Paimon thinks it's best that you don't touch anything here. They're just rocks. We have nothing to fear from rocks. There may be a mechanism around here somewhere. Let me take a look.
We should split up and search for clues.
Yeah, like, I feel like a broken record at this stage, but I really do feel like it's a situation of, like... Oh, there's, like, a chest over here? I really do feel like it's, like, a situation of, like... relying too much on the pure academics of things. When it's very clear that in Genshin, 80% of this game is incredibly spiritual. You know what I mean? We have to find 4 of these this time, by the way, to unlock the doors, I think, for the sarcophagus.
It's a pity that Urfa will never get to see this.
Paimon's never heard him mention that name before. Yeah. But showing it, like again, I love this new, not this new side, but I love, like, the, Jebediah's opening up more and more. Father feels so unfamiliar right now. What's going on? Ben, do you know why? Beep, beep. That's interesting too. So he's unfamiliar. He seems a little bit different. So maybe a bit shaken by this place. Because we've noticed that too. As we've gotten closer to, like, these, like, deeper mysteries. Look at all this treasure, by the way. As we've gotten closer to, like, this deeper mystery of this place, Jebediah has, like, actually, like, very much gotten a lot more talkative and a lot more passionate in a way as well. Yeah, like, again, this is such, like, again, this is not uncommon, I believe, to be buried with your treasure. It's not uncommon whatsoever. So let's take a look around here and try to open this place up. Actually, we should talk to Tearshead before we move any forward. See how they're feeling. I don't want to argue with anyone. You know what I mean? But I feel like Jebediah's being very, very, fair. The material I've gathered so far, there should be enough for 2 chapters. Wait, would that really be enough? I think you're too worried on, like, the outcome of this and the final product rather than the actual fun of the research itself. What's this one again? Is that the one we have to use this? No, that's a different thing altogether. What's this one again? I'm sure we have it here. Okay, let's go in here. I completely forgot how to use it. It's been such a long time. Man, this is such a cool location, isn't it? So we have to find... Oh, we've released this. Okay. Well, we should probably get this... well, let's go up here. Yeah, really, really cool. The music is so great. It's so great. Whereabouts did it go? Oh, to Ben? It, like, went near Ben. Super interesting. Okay, so it went near Ben. Like, almost like it was attracted to Ben? But I wonder if that's always going to be the case. So we need to open that door somehow. So we can open this. And we can open this. These are actually really fun puzzles as well. I do love the idea as well of, like, the idea that King Desuret's, like the idea of a mural looking at the King Desert mural, and, like, there is, like, a depiction of, like, again, 2 depictions. like one person can see like a dominance and the other person can see like a strength amongst many people. Like it's like, oh yeah, they look insignificant, but they're not in any way insignificant because they're all coming together. I don't know, I really like it. So I'm like not like, that's why I kind of like having them around here. So maybe I have to like, use this to get over here. Oh, it's over here. Yeah. I know, I really like it. And here's the... Oh. So if we flip this, it hasn't been activated yet, so we have to like literally get past that gate first. There's a Sealy at the very least. Where's the Sealy gonna lead us to?
Maybe somewhere.
Yeah, but you know what? This place is beautiful, Sealy.
It's very gorgeous, isn't it? You like lore?
I actually am a big fan of lore, if I'm being honest with you.
Okay, let me tell you about the lore of me.
The lore of you?
Yeah, I go sleep now. See,
No, tell us the lore.
the sky is a lie. The stars are not real. That's all I'm gonna say.
Yeah, that doesn't help me at all.
What trinkets lie
It doesn't help me
veiled
at
within
all.
this desolate plain?
And also, like, as well, like, I feel like it is such a weird interpretation, like, where it's like, and I think it is because, like, they're coming at it from, like, a, like, I guess, like, a very, like, Tearside comes out from a very archaeological, not, like, very, like, statistical, I think is probably the best way to put it, way of looking at, the art here, like all the not the art, but all the structures here. Like, oh, it's just a bunch of rocks. To me, that's like if I know Genshin and I know like this world we've been in Teyvat for a while. We've seen a lot of things. We've stared into the abyss. I know that nothing is just so simple ever, unless it's a puzzle that I overcomplicate. That's different. We all know that's different. That's just common. So we can open this door. Oh, and that'll open this door.
What trinkets lie veiled within this desolate plain?
I agree, Fischl, I agree. No, she's actually very right. Like, what trinkets do lie veiled in this desolate plain, you know? It's just a challenge? What type? This place is ginormous. Can we rotate? Why would we wouldn't want to rotate this though? Would we? Or maybe that just activated this? Oh, this is a very cool. And then we get this. Where does this go to? Nowhere yet? I love these puzzles. I think they're really good. Where'd it go? Here. Yeah, I think it's so interesting that it stopped on Benben. Now we just need one more, which is over in this direction. So maybe we should kill these guys over here? Because there's, yeah, it's up there. We should kill these guys.
Midnight Phantasmagoria! I swear by my sword! Truth repeats its course.
Evil
This is gonna be good.
Here, worthless.
Man, like, I freaking love this game. I love, like, the world quest. I love everything. I love what they do with this. It's so cool. I love that we're having, like, I was able to have, like, a discussion and, you know, and that's the thing with the world quest in this game, and feel something really, really deep about this game. It's really great. And that's the fourth one. Very cool. Very cool stuff. Holy hell, wait. What is that? And it looks similar to the colors that we've seen thus far. As impressive as always, I'll definitely credit you for being able to publish on paper successfully. It's okay, you don't have to. Although what do we have here? What we about to do is so disrespectful. It's all done for academic progress. I promise it's not for selfish gain. Oh no, very much, like, here's the thing. It is for academic progress, but you've mentioned before that you want to stand out. So, like, it's okay to admit that you're doing this, you know, to stand out. Huh? It's so impressive. Wait, there's nothing in here. How is it possible? These diagrams, wait a minute, let me think. I get it now, this has to be an illusion. Of course King Desert knew what the inquisitive researcher like me would come to with the desire to get to the bottom of things and uncover all the secrets. Look at this area. So of course he wouldn't let us get to them that easily. Thus he built this huge mausoleum and prepared so many doors and rooms. He even went so far as to prepare illusions like this to mislead us. The most important things wouldn't be placed in such a conspicuous spot. Moreover, this place is too low, way too low. The real treasure is definitely higher up. It must be placed closer to the sky. What utter nonsense. Get him. Let's see what you think then. I may not be able to say exactly what it's for, but I know for sure what you say is untrue. Someone like you even have the right to say that I only draw from the work of others. You don't even know have the intelligence to use the work of others. Here's it. Please. Indeed. But I'm still convinced that you know little about these sands. By the way, that's such like a you know, a last generation father thing. Like when it's like, yeah, I may not be the smartest person in the world, but I know this isn't true. Like, and I think it's just like a very, like, not even just like for him being a dad. I think it's just like in general, it's like you look down on maybe people from the Aganos mercenaries, us people who live in the desert, who know the desert. And we know this was a thing. We know for a fact, like, that's what the wall was even built for, you know what I mean? So like, it's like, hey, it's like, yeah, fine. I'm not as book smart as you, but I still know more about these sands than you do. Stop going on about the sands! What you see is the truth. You wait, I'll find solid proof that you can't refute. Let's go upward. Wanda, let's find a way up. Paimon's worried that Tearsad will get himself in trouble if this goes on. It's honestly like at some point he's gonna have to like face the music of some kind. Let's go up there. Let's go. This is such a cool place. Look at this. So like again, this wasn't actually King Desha's resting place, because like especially like since King Desha we know was devoured, right? Was swallowed by a pep. So it can only be a symbolic resting place. Like only. Like unless it was a spirit. It's like very much impossible for it to be a physical resting place for King Desert. So it makes sense that something else would be here, but I guess I didn't expect this to be here either. Man, I just desperately want to sit down and listen to Jebediel talk over and over again. Every day for the rest of my life. Tears that started off as like just like a slightly like irritating character for like the way they treated her people. But I was like, okay, they're not gonna be too bad. But I really feel like they need a wake-up call at some point. I'm not sure what that wake-up call is gonna be. Oh, look at the map! Like everything with Genshin though, it looks complicated. It probably will be a little bit complicated, but it's gonna be fun. It's like people sitting on the ground looking at someone holding a triangle here. So cool. Theoretically, this could be where King Desert's organs are stored. Organs? He was swallowed by Gepep. But just like before, nothing physical is stored here. Yeah, surprising. What do you mean? I have a theory, but I need more evidence to prove it. Father, what do you think? I'm sure you know something, right? Even if you didn't tell me or anyone else. The stone slate is the key, but it cannot open all doors. Even the key must receive acknowledgement. Beep, beep. Oh, Benben's link to this place is obvious. But what do you mean the stone slate must receive acknowledgement? That's just absurd. You're already disregarding it. Benben, who do you think is correct? Beep. Now that I've calmed down a little, I can understand why Jebriel is challenging my views. You said he was once from the desert. Perhaps some experiences, may even verbal, have been treated as knowledge. Not that they are true knowledge, of course, and naturally there are no academic research records of such things, because no one from the desert's academic influence would have been frickin' accepted into the academia. We know this. His superstitions are understandable, but considering the society he lived in, go home. We'll research the rest of this place. You go home. But Jet, do you really think that Ben's words are worth believing? These are, after all, the words that came out of nowhere instead of an actual academic researcher, you know? So far, you've been very wrong. So far. Huh? But Ben's helped out a lot on our trip. As for you, Tearshead, you've been nothing but talk. I think it's totally fair. Look how cool she looks. I think it's totally fair to be like, hey, like, Ben's helped out. Everybody else helped out. I've helped out. You have been all but talk and not been able to prove anything. And every time you get like a little bit of like evidence that's contrary to what you believe, instead of going along with that, like not finding the physical remains of King Desert, not finding the organs now, any like good person who wants to actually find the truth would be like, holy hell. Okay, so maybe like the remains aren't here, but instead you're like, no, they must be somewhere. I doubt your speech is high-flown though they sound, are even entirely correct. I get the feeling that my father knows more. That if he would just tell everything he knows. Repeating something wrong 1,000 times won't make it right. What upon you adventures with vast amounts of experience, and unlike that father-daughter pair, you have no link to this place, so who do you think is right? I wouldn't say no link to this. I have a link to the desert now. I spent a lot of time in the desert with some beautiful people, and they are amazing people here. You can't just spring that on us. Ben is right. But no one here we're gonna really understand Ben. Jet can. Even if he asked us, we wouldn't be able to answer a question like that. He does that a lot with Paimon and us, where he asks us questions that we're not truly can able to ask, so he can like give an answer himself. Instead of worrying about differing opinions, why don't we focus on attention on a real problem like, alright, didn't the stone slate light up earlier? But there's still so many blank spots on it. So do you think we'll find clues about the stone slate here? Why don't we take a look at the stone slate, Wander? Beep. Ben approves. So maybe it upgrades the stone slate? So now we can open more. Looks like it's opened up a new passageway too. So it really is a key. But if you look closely, there's still empty patches. And Tirza, can you tell us about the symbols on it now? I'll have it answer once they're all lit up. It's too early now, I can't jump to conclusions. You know, it does make sense. If the people of the past were fond of using inverted senses, we may come to a completely opposite conclusion if we don't have all the information. You know, Paimon kind of doubts that would happen. Since the passageway to the next place has shown itself, we don't have a choice but to push forward. Things really go that smoothly. Paimon keeps having a feeling that something is leading us forward. Going back the way we came is an option. How can we turn back at this point? My masterpiece just needs some final touches. Just that tiny piece of decisive proof. I expect all of you to stay till the end. Should you really call decisive piece of evidence tiny? Paimon may not know what either Jibriel or Tirzad is correct, but we'll definitely get an answer if we continue, right? Let's be more careful from now on. I think it's like right now, like my interpretation is like, it's not about being correct or wrong. Like my whole thing through this whole episode has been like, you know, I love Jet's walk. Is literally just like, you know, accepting other pieces of information and knowledge. As long as that knowledge is not like, you know, instantly wrong and harmful, you know what I mean? Wait, what happened? Did we pass out? Thank goodness you're finally awake. Paimon doesn't know what happened either, but we're here when Paimon woke up. Maybe it was a trap? Anyway, let's look for the others. So what? Some of the devices in King Desert's rooms will allow you to increase the clearance level of the Scarlet Sand Slate. The higher the clearance slate possesses, the more devices control, which will allow you to enter areas which you're not able to enter before. So it is like a clearance thing. Wait, where are we? What? It's so big. What the hell? Oh, what the hell? It's so big. I should have swore. It's so big. And the Fatui are here. I was so busy. I was like, well, it just slipped my mind for a second. The Fatui are here. Of course. Like I was so mesmerized by everything. I was like, wait, the Fatui?
By royal decree.
Like, that's crazy. Like again, like it's sorry, like it's just like literally they were right in front of me, and I was like, this place is so mesmerizing. That I was like just stunned. You leave Jet alone. How about that? Would that be a good idea?
Wings of darkness. Barbados, guide us.
Yeah, so the Fatui are here too. Wait, if the Fatui are here, that usually means there's like either something important here, like either something life-changing, or there's something that like it's on the basic level, there's something that is like too important here. You know what I mean? On the basic level, there's something that's incredibly important here.
Get out of my way!
We'll see about that.
Let's end this quickly.
Like the Fatui will roam places like you know, searching for stuff, but it's a very rare day when the Fatui will just like literally just, how do I say it? It's a very rare day when the Fatui will show up to a location like this deep, not to find something. You're finally here, my savior. It looks like the only reason you're alive is because they were here. I woke up to find myself in this place. My whole body felt like it was falling apart. That wasn't even the end of it. I had to go to great lengths to finally find Jet and her father. Oh, but the Fatui attacked again. That's terrible. One time, did you see Benben on the way? Benben is gone. I searched all around the area to no avail. We didn't, did we, Wander? We didn't. Oh, you poor Benben. The Ben must be up ahead. It's only one left now, so we must find it soon. There's no need to be so anxious. The way I see, we could probably only got lost because it likes running off by itself so much. Benben helped us so much. It's part of our group. I don't know about you, but I wouldn't be so cruel to abandon a companion. Well, I must find Benben.
Its capabilities are undeniable, Tirzad. I'm sure you're aware of that.
Even you, Gabriel. Fine, you win. Let's find Benben first, but I'm leaving if we encounter the Fatui again. Speaking of which, what are the Fatui doing here? Is this some kind of archaeological hotspot? Huh? It's possible. I wouldn't have chosen this place if it was such a hot research topic. True, after all, you said yourself that you aren't a very great researcher. Paimon! You probably won't stand a chance against those elites. It's called avoiding battles where victory isn't guaranteed. Either way, this place is more troublesome than we expected. Let's advance carefully. So what's so interesting about this conversation as well is that, like, the Secret of Alhamar, by the way, that's what's kind of like getting me. The name of this mission is the Secret of Alhamar. This is a beautiful place, by the way. Like, it's so interesting, even like in the darkness, you can find some of those gorgeous places in Genshin. But yeah, like the conversation they had there was so interesting to me. Not just because it was like, oh, like, look how cool that looks from this perspective. Not just because it's like, oh, they owned you. It was like really like subtle. But what Gabriel was trying to do was very simply like use the strengths of like, and it's a very smart thing to do. It's like, for all that's calling him dumb and all this stuff, knows that like Tirzad is like, you know, needs to be like almost babied sometimes into like thinking that it's their decision in a way. So to be like, hey, look, Tirzad, we need them because they've been helping us so much with your research, you know? I wanna be. This is such a cool location. I'm a fungus going down the town. I'm a fungus going to get some chicken. Oh god.
By royal decree.
Useless.
And it doesn't, like, again, like, it's just really fun to explore places like this. Not up here? I guess it's just a door, but like it might open later. Man, the map, like, again, the map of this place is insane. Like, what are we witnessing here? We just found like a gigantic area. Way bigger than I thought it was gonna be. Wait, is this flooded? Yeah, there's a bit of water down here. And there's like, yeah, there's fungus down here, which makes sense there would be fungus down here, but like the water's like totally, like it's flooded this area.
Midnight Phantasmagoria.
Isn't that Phantasmagoria, am I right, guys?
I swear by my sword.
Interesting, okay.
Gears of the storm.
Evil conquering. Here.
The water, it makes for an unbelievably cool aesthetic, by the way, the water being down here as well. Yeah, it's really cool. It's really cool. I wonder what's happening here. Oh, God. If I hang here... He's like, oh, God, a pretty lady on the walls again. I'm tripping. Why does that always happen to me? Aren't they afraid he gets not only they run into eremites, they start fighting each other. Let's hope so, let's hope so. He's like, oh God, another girl on the walls. It's happening again, boss. They're on the walls this time. Look at this like slanted stairs. Holy hell, this whole place. I love a good, you guys know I love a good location. Is that like a mercenary too? Let's see what's up here. Get the Fatui are stationed here. They're camping out.
Disappear.
Fatui be stationed. Oh, is that a photo opportunity? Heck yeah. Very cool. Yeah, you know what I mean? Even though it's like completely dark, it's still beautiful. Wait, they're with the mercenaries. They're with like some eremites.
Following order.
Which like, we know they worked with the Fatui before. Like that's not like, you know, a completely new knowledge, right? Like they, didn't they, like I could be wrong. If I'm accusing someone of something completely wrong. No, they did. No? No. No, they worked with the, no? Sorry, it's just there's so many like things that happen sometimes. It's like, you know, you don't know who's like. Sometimes it's like I think they definitely work with the academia to do some bad stuff, and the academia were working with members of the Fatui. Yeah, so maybe that's why I got like a little bit mixed up there. I think it was he like no I think what happened was they were like trying to like steal. They were trying to like barter off the yeah. It was they're trying they're trying to barter off the No, they're trying to barter off the sick patients, the ones who have lost their minds. Yeah, yeah. But in the academia were working with the Fatui at the time. There is a lot of stuff that happens in this game, so like, don't be at all afraid to remind me if because you know that helps for future reference too. If some things are hazy in my mind. So yeah, they're doing excuse to the eremites. Maybe we should just head back. No way, Benma could be right ahead for us. You can stay here or by yourself. Don't you think about leaving your employer behind? Yeah.
As you wish, main Fräulein. Was this first?
Useless. Wind, hear me.
No rest for the wicked. Don't be a killjoy.
Don't be a killjoy.
Disappear.
Don't be a Fatui member. Unless you're one of the Fatui members we think are kinda cute. Like child. Some may say we're biased. I'm just saying we're biased.
I hope the others find some.
A reporter puts a microphone in my face. Calvin, what do you got to say about people that say you're biased against child and the Fatui? Yes. Excuse me? Yes. But what do you mean yes? Yes. That room, I wonder if it's a trap. Why did they send us here? It's common practice to attempt to expel trespassing outsiders. If you want technical details, you'll have to wait until I return and ask some Kashivara experts. Oh, but I wonder if King Desha was a tyrant like you say, or why wasn't that a lethal mechanism instead? That's a good point. That's using your brain. We're just lucky that we haven't encountered one yet, and I hope we never do. Holy hell! This place. Those guys aren't friendly. We must find a way around them to proceed forward. This is an incredible looking place. If it's between the eremites again, you know, Wonder Pines were thinking, did they kidnap Ben? We gotta rescue him. Jet, calm down. Are you kidding? I'm just an ordinary researcher. I've been coming here to solve academic problems, not to fight. But we wouldn't have been able to get here without Ben and Tirzad. You'll never be able to solve those academic problems of yours without Ben either. That's right. We gotta rescue it, even if it's for the sake of our completing our expedition. You're not afraid of them, right, Wonder? Don't worry, Wander's an expert at dealing with the Fatui. We should still be careful. Yeah, I wouldn't say expert, but... yeah. It's a really cool location too. We can deal with them. Yeah. These guys are
Everyone has
I tried to open the thing but it didn't let me. Oh, there's Jean's remains. Wait. Samael?
I was wondering where you get here, my dear Gabriel.
Huh?
And here you are, just as I expected. Even without an invitation from me. How long has it been since we last spoke face to face? Even my fingers on both my hands aren't enough to count the years. What about you? Do you remember Gabriel?
Whoa, that guy seems to be changed, but looks like he knows Gabriel. How cold is our reunion after so many years apart? Not worth a glass of wine and a toast? You know, I don't hold the past against you. Either that or I'm not a Samael the Straight shooter. There's still a place for you in the Thutmose. Just say the word and everything go back to how it was. So you left the Thutmose?
Indeed, we can even go claim the death of Babel Osis.
I knew it. I knew Gabriel wasn't a good person. He's actually good friends with someone like this. You are long jumping to conclusions. Nonsense. My father may have kept some things from me, but I believe he has his reasons.
That really hurts, Jet.
How do you know my name?
How could I not? Why, Gabriel, you got such a cold heart. It's like father, like daughter, I see. Dear Jed, you may have forgotten me, but luckily I still remember it all very well. I held you in my arms when you were just a little baby, with the moonlight on one side and the bonfire on the other, just like your parents.
How come?
Seems like Gabriel didn't tell you anything at all, huh? Come on, that can't be. Gabriel, couldn't you even tell her, your own daughter, the truth? Well, I suppose I shouldn't have been too shocked. After all, we did call you the treacherous Grit. As I listened to my supporters reporting to me about the response of the foreign merchants in the Oasis, I started to wonder who gave them such wisdom, yet only instructed them without explaining anything at all. But even I could never imagine the little Jet's place in your heart is no different than these foreign merchants. Mere strangers to you. You don't even dare to tell her about your past? Why? Are you afraid she'll hear about your history of betrayal and look down on you? A history of betrayal?
Father, so they obviously know each other from the past.
Samael, to be honest, I'm quite relieved to see that you're still the same lippy fellow I remember. Now I have nothing to worry about if I beat you to the point where you'll leave in your own accord. So you are afraid. You're afraid that this ghost of your past will seek you out for the debt that you owe. But of course, I have the right. The secrets of Alamar belong to the Thutmose. Yet you took the key and betrayed us. You betrayed all of us grains of sand.
And there you go, the idea of the grains of sand, by the way. The idea that, like, all the grains of sand together are strong. And he said, like, on its own, they're significant. So I wonder if it is this feeling of, like, once he left, he became insignificant in a way. Just look at yourself. You were children and cowards. Tearzad might be a coward, but I don't know why you're calling him a child. With the ferocity you once had. Has it flowed away like the sands out from beneath your fingers? Enough. Hand Ben over, by the way, calling it Ben. Ben? That mechanical crate, I love that he called it Ben. Did you hear all that? Gibral that you call this thing Ben. Unfortunately, Shesnians aren't our old acquaintance, or this would be much more amusing. Yeah, you didn't get a laugh out of them, did you? Hand over Ben or else. Oh my god, Gabriel. Or what, Gabriel? Is this even necessary? Ultimatum after ultimatum. Have you finally changed your mind? Do you plan to finally sit down and catch up with me? Alright. Do you remember what happened to Ufera? You've forgotten, right? It's fine. Even if you've forgotten, I can help you refresh your memories. Again and again. This is saying no. Gabrielle mentioned that name before as well. What the heck is this guy saying?
We don't have another way to communicate, don't we? Come on, Jet. Why don't you and that kid over there lend him a hand? After all, Gabrielle's much weaker than he used to be.
Wonder, that guy looks strong. We'll have to give him a good thrashing so we can get Ben back. A very interesting conversation here, though. Like, obviously, like, there was, like, a friendship here before. There was, like, a, Oh my god, I tried to switch, but I pressed it. I'm so used to having Farazan on the wrong. That's fine. It's fine. I'm so used to having Farazan on the other button. Yeah, there was a friendship here between them very clearly. But that friendship is something that, like, meant something to Samael. And by the way that, like, Gabriel is also, like, kind of ducking his head as he's talking to Samael. I wonder if there is, like, that feeling as well of, like, yeah, that Gabriel felt it too. So, like, ducking the head, being like, ah. You know, Gabriel kind of felt it also. I wonder. And then, like, it's like, but then there's also a mention of this person again. Ben, are you alright?
Beep beep.
It seems fine, but a little sad. Hey, Gabriel, you the truth of this incident. We'll have to go our separate ways. Samael is clearly some manner of villain, but he was so friendly with you, and even with Jet. So you're saying you're part of the same group? They already said he left. I knew it. I knew it all along. You agreed to my commission without even asking about the details. It's because you had a plan, right? You plotted with Samael to trick the simple ignorant researcher like me to uncover the secrets here for you. I don't know if you noticed, but Samael's on the ground, clutching his stomach right now, in pain. And even use your own daughter to gain the trust. My trust is sake of that gold, didn't you? And you, Jet. Thy naivety and the ignorance of yours was just a facade that Gabriel made you put on, wasn't it? And what an actress you were indeed. For someone who hates theories and stuff that's unsubstantiated by research, you jump to conclusions quite a bit. You're too much. Paimon thinks that Jet really was in the dark about this, but as for Gabrielle... Paimon, you too? What a wake up! It's my kindness and gullibility that made me fall for their lies. Don't you follow my footsteps. What kindness? Show me the kindness. What are you talking about? I'm no actress. And you, Father, this isn't the time for secrets. I too want to know the truth.
I won't make any excuses for my betrayal. Nor do I think that I made the wrong choice.
You know, Paimon remembers Samael's calling Gabriel something like that. A treacherous grit, yeah.
Yes, there's nothing to hide here. I was once one of the sand people of Thutmose. So Thumb was the name of the group. No matter what it was in the past, now... Anyway, Samael is a madman through and through. He was stopping down to achieve his objectives.
That was obvious enough. My wife, Jet's mother, was killed by him. What the hell? So this was a former, maybe not even a former friendship. Because that's freaking serious, man. The memories this must have brought up. So that's what happened. Is that what you never mentioned her? So that's the name we were seeing. Your mother was a researcher too. If it wasn't for me, she would have had a brighter future. At least she wouldn't have lost her life at such a young age. Tirzad. I won't just believe a word you said. But this is so... I believe him 100%. That's reasonable. It was I who concealed my motive, so I brought this upon myself. At least you got some self-awareness. But no matter, I'll protect you until this commission is over. No, it's obvious that someone has a bone to pick with you. If you stay with me, I don't want to be targeted by someone like that. Tirzad, you're being stupid again. That's just no grudge between them. His current priority is definitely King Dejar's treasure, so why would he have taken Ben otherwise? So he'd come for you even if my father wasn't here. After all, you're the key to solving everything. I do. Wait. The stone slate. Good thing I've wanted the safekeeping. I knew it wasn't something. Say, yeah, we're going with Jet and Gabriel too, though. Hey. It's not just a stone slate, but your intelligence too. The knowledge you possess as a researcher is something he covets. I don't want to be targeted in a place like this. It'll be fine with Gabriel here. Father won't lose to a guy like that, and we have me too. I won't let Samael harm anyone again. There's no time to lose. The longer we delay, the more time we'll have to prepare. He's like a viper crawling through the shadows, and his blades are like a viper's fangs. We cannot show any weakness to him. Otherwise, it will lead to fatal consequences. I hope you'll keep your word. Well, as far as Paimon is concerned, Paimon thinks that staying united is even more important now, and we finally got Pemba back. Look, there's still a long way ahead, right?
But it's strange. What's Samuel doing here? What they want should be up there, right?
I'm sure he's a plan. Or perhaps he missed some clues around here.
Then we absolutely can't allow the differences in our delay in our expedition. Let's go. Paimon, by the way, is being a peacekeeper through this whole thing. Mother Paimon. One of Paimon will take it the front. All you keep up. And again, very, very smart Paimon. Hey, I'll just keep up the front. I'll deal with the front. Yeah, and I want, like, again, it's so interesting, like the theme of this whole thing, like first of all, like it's a bombshell. So the name that they've been mentioning so far, I'm guessing, is going to be the wife of Gabrielle and the mother of Jet. But the way he described it, the way Samuel described it, was that he was holding Jet by the fire. On both sides was her mother and Gabrielle. So there was a friendship there, but it's a matter of, like, is this friendship destroyed? Well, clearly destroyed now. But there was some sort of, like,
Wings of darkness. Come,
like, companionship between them. And also, like, I do think it's also interesting. I definitely need to make more food next time, guys. I sometimes forget. I do think it's interesting how one of the conversations we're having now, as it pertains to the, like, you know, both the now and the past, was the idea of, like, the grains of sand. How, like, when one grain of sand leaves, it becomes insignificant, but together it can be so strong. And I think that's, like, a messaging that, like, both Gabrielle and even Paimon and Jet has been, like, has been, like, pushing for the past while. Which is the idea that we should stick together. King Jeju ruins have a great number of objects that have made had the original appearance obscured by mysterious power. You must use the variety cell in such a case to help you. When you use the variety cell while having a special clearance, you can cause invisible objects to reappear. Oh, in Kieran's level, yeah, there we go. What reappeared? What is it? Where's the enemy? But yeah, but also then there's also, I think there's also a oh, it's here. Maybe we switch to Benny for a bit, because we're gonna have to use what in the current stage because something's fighting me from, like, above. But then I also think that there's, like, a conversation to be had about, like, your belief system and how, like, beliefs can change over time. Especially with the idea that, like, you know, the grains of sand. So you talk about the grains of sand at great length. Gabrielle felt as though, like, the grains of sand thing, like, it's not always going to be, like, the most, like, truthful thing in the world. Like, in fact, maybe there is, like, a you have to press it again. Oh, I see. It's on her head. That maybe there is, like, a thing where it's like, no, like, you don't. It's not just about. It's about, like, it's not just about a physical location or, like, staying all together in a physical location. It could also just be about, like, the idea of staying all together spiritually as well. But we'll see. We'll see where it goes. I don't want to, like, read too much into something that will probably be explained a little bit much later. But I guess, like, it's just like it's an interesting thing to think about. Like, especially when we have to think about why did he kill his wife. So we have to stay in this room, by the way. It's here in this room somewhere. I just can't see it right now. Oh no, it's probably where the Sealy is, yeah. The Sealy's being incredibly kind with this stuff. So we unlocked a chest, but that wasn't maybe the actual thing we had to get. So maybe we follow the Sealy up here now? That's a heavy thing for, like, Jet is, like, way better than I am. That's a heavy thing to learn about your mother. Really heavy.
Bird, rat, gears of the storm. I swear by my sword.
This has been so interesting. This time we've had here with this mission, it's been so interesting.
Here. Here.
So there's multiple things we can do here. There's obviously we can go up this way. But there's like little things we have to like use these to unlock them, I guess. Because like if you rotate these, they will activate to something like that. So maybe we just have to use that to open this door. But there's also like other little things here we can unlock too. Like this here. But I think what we want to do is unlock that there. Also just like the location itself, like exploring this area has been magnificent.
Wind, hear me.
Disappear. Here.
This is not a bad team at all. Like I think with Fischl as well as switching in and out. It's not even nearly a bad team. Are you new? No. Oh, Primal Obelisk. A primal obelisk is one of the hallmarks of civilization that King Deshret built, but over time, the sacred seals upon the obelisk have become lost to the four winds. Draw near and observe the obelisk to locate the directions in which the lost seals have been scattered, using the obelisk remnant's power. Find the sacred lost seals and return them to the primal obelisk. Perhaps they will allow you the obelisk to operate normally, just as they once did, and you may discover long-lost secrets. Fair enough. Thank you.
Ears of the storm.
I'm going in. I swear by my sword.
There we go. So we have to restore the obelisk. Oh. But we need all of them. Interesting, okay. This is a again, like all these puzzles are like super cool. So does this door close if you do this? It doesn't seem to close, okay. Great. Game, you're too kind to me. I know, I'm very kind. You're very kind to me, game. That's the game's voice as well. It sounds like a Sealy too. I know, I'm a sweetheart. Just a sweetheart. Let's get this chest first of all.
There's quality here.
And let's open this door because this is where the actual thing is marked.
Have fun with this gift.
Evil conquering.
Nice little damage swirl as well, look at that. We damaging your swirl.
Here. Worthless. Here.
There's one of the slates. I don't know if this is a side thing or if this is a main thing, but we'll see what's happening. So this is one of the first things anyway. Let's get this. I think it's just such a testament to like this game of like how they make these underground areas so nice and never claustrophobic, so it's fun to actually like explore around in them. You know what I mean? It's actually like a fun time. It's not this thing where it's like, oh, I have to go back underground. It's like, no, I get to go underground again and see this cool stuff. While it has a big difference because you can feel it. Like, one of the things I always feel when I'm playing this game is like when you go like into the chasm or go underground for a bit, when you come back out, it's like, oh, like, you know, it's almost like breathing a bit more as well. But I still think though, like, they did a good job of making sure that like, it still feels like it's very underground. It still feels like there's a big contrast with the above and like how it feels to be above versus below. While also at the same time, making the underground fun to explore and not just this really annoying mess to explore too. Here it is, okay. That's just a big deal to me. You're not going over there?
Wind, hear me. Dare to mess with me?
Teamwork is dreamwork.
keeps its course.
Lament! Here! Worthless!
Oh, you over here, huh? Yeah, I'm over here now. What are you gonna do about it? Oh, you gonna do that? Yeah, I was gonna do that. Oh. Well, woe is me. Woe is me. Oh, you have to maybe you have to unlock this for it to work. Let's just follow the thing for now. This thing knows what it's doing. Oh. Very well. So the machine just exploded because it knew we were coming.
Swear by my sword.
Very well.
Let's light it up.
Boring! Evil conquering! Here! Here!
No.
Worthless!
You're waiting for me and you're the one who went invisible. Yeah, you could say that. Yeah, I know using Electro for these guys is the best option.
Wind, hear me.
You know, just in case someone ignored the last power, like, or didn't see the power, but I was like, oh, I'm gonna use Benny instead, so we can like light some torches here for a bit. What the? Where are you taking me? And where was that other location before? What is? Where is this going? This is so deep. This is much deeper than I thought it would be. Holy hell, that was so much deeper than I thought it was going to be. Oh, if it isn't a Fatui, look at that. Look at you doing a little dance. I'm doing my little dance. I love dancing. Yeah, applying Benny's fire to this first would be a good idea. But it's okay. Still does really good damage. What are the birds or whatever she shoots out, or the butterflies she shoots out thinking? Mama! Don't worry, kids. She's. Oh my god, look at that! It's so pretty. I didn't even see it from this perspective. Because we went. Holy hell. Because we came from here, we must have come from here if we activated this. Yeah.
Adventure time.
That's so pretty. That's so freaking pretty. Or did we? I don't think we did. It's so pretty. So pretty. Like the light shining through. Jean's got longer legs. Let her do it. So we have to activate this somehow. But how does one do that? We can't... It has something to do with this. And this.
Go as planned.
No, maybe we have to activate it somewhere else? Or maybe we switch this around? Oh! What? Oh! Oh! And then we go into this. Very cool. And then it activates that. That's just so cool. That's just so cool. And then we go around again to activate this. Very cool puzzle. Very simplistic, very easy. You know what I mean? Very simple. I love it. And it's one of those things that's not, it's only simple once you know it, like, and then you're like, oh, okay. But I love those type of puzzles anyway. There you are. Yeah, Jean, you got the longer leg. Actually, no, we shouldn't make poor Jean walk in heels. Benny, you got the boots. You got those exploring boots. No, I think Jean's more than capable of walking in heels, but they're just nice heels. Can't let her be walking through the sand like that. Benny, you got nice boots as well, but you know they're for exploring. Benny would want to explore. And Jean would too, in fairness, you know. But you know what I mean.
We're protecting the heals. My favorite piece of like information about Benny always is that like he's very like modest about everything. But then like when he's around Razor, because he knows Razor doesn't know nearly as much as him about the world and stuff, I guess, and about like the not the world itself, because I say Razor knows a lot about like the actual nature and stuff, I guess, but about like Mondstadt and like the kind of like the town and stuff like that. He can be like the smartest person in the world with him, and he's always like every single cutscene I've seen of them from like passing by or whatever, it's always been Benny being like explaining something to him. Like Benny finally has someone he can like talk to and teach stuff to. It's really awesome. Even though again, like Razor definitely like, because it's like different types of knowledge, right? Razor definitely knows like a lot way more than Benny when it comes to the wild and nature.
This should be the last place. Let's look at the stone slate and see if things will go the same way before. There may be clues in here about the stone slate.
So cool. So cool. This whole mission has been so cool. Look at the way the sun comes through. It's so neat. What? It's like a pyramid.
This is a little bit as expected, and there's a map. There's these symbols on the stones that should give your area expertise, right? So isn't it time to give us an explanation? Yes, these inscriptions are most likely text of phrase, someone in an exalted position like King Dedra would naturally be fond of things like this. Look at all these wonders are an attempt to at whitewashing his rule.
Is he saying that like it's time to make it cleaner? It's time to make it like, you know, look like it's a lot like nicer?
Whitewashing, you say, but Paimon remembers you say something different earlier. Rule by force, you said. It's like you spoke of submission and terror before, and you sounded convinced too. So maybe there's a change? There's a change in mind here? What do you mean? There are conclusions I came to after careful analysis and reasoning. Just look at it. Why would it be not an attempt at whitewashing?
It's very convoluted to sugarcoat sugarcoat things. Since the entire run was made by King Dedra, it's not that hard to imagine that this was its purpose, right? Yeah, so like in this sense, what like the idea of like whitewashing to Tearsad means is like literally like say like there's like a mural describing a story on a wall, and you literally paint it with whitewash paint, and like now it's like has a whole different meaning to it.
Reflecting on your own shortcomings in your work, well, we researchers do that. Though they mostly just write few hypocritical lines and acknowledgements of a research paper and call it a day. And you know what? They're just pretending to be modest. Why would any academic really believe that they're incompetent anyway? Wonder how somehow Paimon gets the feeling that he's hurting himself with his own words there. Maybe a little. I must admit that Jabriel's analysis did give me some inspirations. That's good. But an outside researcher should be able to accept the opinion of others when they are correct. Needless obstinacy will make it impossible to make an academic breakthrough. Don't you think so too? You said everything that can be said from either side. Is there even anything left for us to say? And here we see the researcher's ability to twist facts in his natural habitat. It's not the sort. This is deepening of our understanding. Your inability to realize that shows that you still have a long way to go. Speaking of ways in this place is marked on your map, our next destination? Yeah, I think it's where all the treasures meet and all the secrets end. Of course, it'll be the end of our grand adventure too, and the penultimate chapter of my masterpiece. While I really wish to obtain all the answers at this instant, my body is exhausted. Noctigal and the others are still in the oasis. Alright, Samuel's subordinates reported to him about the merchants. Do you think they were attacked? Oh, I almost forgot that.
I told them what to do if something like that happened, so they should be fine.
Oh, that's a first. Paimon never heard Jabriel sound so uncertain. Let's get back to Noctigal's group as soon as we can then. It'll be bad if they're in the hot water and can't get out themselves out of.
Interesting. So now there was like a change of like heart. This is so beautiful, by the way. There's a little bit of a change of heart, but still there's like a questioning of like of I guess truths here. This was a beautiful location. Obviously we didn't explore the full extent of it, but like in terms of this mission, like what we saw, like this area over here is gorgeous. It's so pretty. Yeah, like I know I just thought it was a really, really pretty location, and like also like hopefully we can see like a true change in Tearsad as well, and get more information about like Jet's mother and everything. I think that'd be really, really interesting to see. Wait, what? Everyone said there's Samuel's flunkies? Where they're here? Oh my god, they are! Hello.
Everybody stand back!
Yeah, and there's Fatui here too. I saw them. No, they're not Fatui. Sorry, you guys appeared. I usually when I see a big puff of smoke appear, I'm like, oh, it's some Fatui members or something. Oh, this is not fair. Oh, wait, if I waited a second, we all could have hit at the same time. Would have. Holy hell! Hello. New entry. What are you? Eremite Stone Enchanter. This warrior may be found in one of the scattered mercenary groups from the whole of the desert. He will unleash the spirit of the omen, stone drink contained within his body to damage a vitalized item. What? This will cause him to enter an infused form. The Drake. Let's get him before he even does that. Guys, do not let him do the stone thing. Do not let him. Very cool design though. I switched. Oh my god, that's such an old habit. It's a bad old habit, but it's a habit nonetheless. What? Holy! It's such a bad habit, but like sometimes it returns. I think I forgot you can't switch back for a second because we haven't used Xiao in a while. But it's okay. It's okay. We'll get there. We have like a lot of energy recharge on him. Yeah.
I'm so happy that you're alright too. They really came at us. Look at Jabriel gave us some instructions beforehand so they didn't make things too difficult for us. If Boniface and Jabriel's wisdom, then perhaps our business will be doing much better than it currently is. Do you think too highly of them? Wisdom? He's one of them. I'll bet it's experience talking. There's different types of wisdom. Father wouldn't do something like that. There's no need to argue with him. Jet, it's my fault. I don't care what happened in the past. As far as I'm concerned, you have nothing to do with Samuel now, and that's enough for me.
Jet loves her dad. Loves him.
What's going on? I thought a night at the Oasis might bring all you closer together. Why are you at each other's throats again? It's a long story.
You tell Noctigal everything.
I see, but I don't have the right to comment on it. Why is that? Well, that's because Cheersat is one of those paying me. No matter who I support, I'll be in a difficult spot. If I support Jabriel, Cheersat will probably scream at me to get lost. But if I support Cheersat, then we'll be without Jabriel in this world of sand and bandits, which would be bad. Wonder, what would you do in this situation? I think he's changed his ways. Paimon doesn't think Jabriel's a bad guy either. Yeah, at all. Anyway, that guy Samuel has a weird way of speaking. It's best not to believe everything he says. Jabriel is his enemy. That's the most important thing we have to note here. He is his enemy. He sees him as an enemy. He tried to take him down. He killed his wife. So they're definitely not on the same side. And I believe that's the most important thing right now to get. Tears out to trust Jabriel. But you're a merchant. You should know the value of trust. Even in a world of academics, researchers who engage in misconduct will be stripped of their research qualifications. You know what's happening here with Tearzad? Tearzad sees everything as black and white. That everyone's pigeonholed into one thing, what a researcher should be, what the person in the sand should be, what the mercenary should be, what the merchant should be, what the hero should be, what an adventurer should be. It's all like this very rigid sense of what someone should be. Just ask yourself, would you trade with someone who cheated you in the past? About that, I would decide based on the circumstances. I do not speak for others, but Boniface and I have much more flexible moral standards. After weighing the risks and the benefits, we usually choose to take the risk. We wouldn't have accepted your commission otherwise. Look, you guys. I think I said this before, but you are stubborn. Forget about Samuel for a moment and ask yourself a question. Has Jabriel ever done any harm to you? That's so important. No, I don't think so. Then hasn't he proven himself through his actions? You know when you caused a commotion after getting drunk, it was Jabriel who stayed and took care of you, Tearzad. Yeah, and that's the thing. It's like, yes, I understand being like, oh, used to be a part of this, but this was years ago to the point that like Jet can't even remember. Jet was a bambino, a little baby. This isn't time for fighting amongst ourselves. We haven't found the place marked on the map yet. Jabriel definitely isn't the person in our group who knows the most about the desert. Is the person. It'll be difficult for our expedition to proceed without him leading the way. Fine, I'll do it for you. I know I can trust you too, Paimon Wonder. I'll trust you again. Alright, here's how the archaeological team is back together again. Paimon has been gluing
gluing this expedition together this whole time. She has been the glue.
We still have time. We should travel to the next oasis and rest there in preparation for the next leg of this expedition. I'm willing to explain, to repay you for your trust, but the journey is our current priority.
Nuts. And I think it is like a situation of like, I think Tirzad, again, sees everything as a very rigid experience, but also at the same time, I think it's also an idea of like, look how pretty this is. Your past can't change, and like people can't change, and also it's a very stubbornness of themselves that they probably don't want to change, because if they know other people can change, then like they themselves would have to have a different view as well, a different viewpoint and all this stuff. It's to me like there's no problem. Like if you've done something bad in the past, but it's clear you're not bad now. I don't know. It obviously depends on what you did, but you know, in this situation, I think it's okay. There's lots to discuss, but let's set up camp first. Yes, there's so much to discuss. Now everybody's a fool. What other excuses do you have? Let's hear them. And what did you slip to Noctigal earlier? Stop, bro. You might think you're using the merchant to send messages to the enemy. Dear said you're being too hostile. No one is going to act like that. And no one is going to talk to you if you act like that. It's just a note to some trivial matters. It's with the luggage that you won't be able to take with you. Sorry, it's with the luggage you won't be able to take with you. You can have it once you return safely. He can be hostile all he wants, and I'm angry too. Forget Tirzad. I've never heard about my father's past. I refuse to believe he's an evil person, but it's a secret that caused all this. And I think it's understandable you wanted to learn more about the past and your mother and stuff like this. None of this would happen if you told us everything from the beginning. Now I don't even know where to start. Maybe we started with his relationship with Samael? I got to sleep in peace without getting to the bottom of that.
All of you heard Samael, yes. Well, he was telling the truth.
There we go.
Just like him. I was a member of the Eremite band named Tutmos. However, I betrayed him and Tutmos both.
So you betrayed them? Did you because of Mother?
No. That's not it. I thought never to mention this to anyone ever again. In the end, it was all my fault.
So something happened here. Like a betrayal. There were ill feelings between me and Samael, but I only regarded myself as an insignificant grain of sand. I did as Tutmos needed me, so like it was kind of like, okay, you didn't see yourself as like one part of the whole. You saw yourself as like, what you call it? You saw yourself as like, not part of the whole, but just by yourself. Ufera was a capable researcher and Thutmose coveted her wisdom. They hoped to use her knowledge to solve the puzzle of all Lamar left behind. So I invited her to the desert and explored many ruins with her. Our years spent exploring together did bear some fruit, but it wasn't enough for Thutmose. And was Jed included in those results? Come on, Tirzad, some things are best left unsaid. I'm making reasonable inference here.
As I said, there were ill feelings between me and Samuel and me. After Jet was born, I kept asking myself if I could be wholehearted to carry out the missions Thutmose gave me, as I've been doing in the past.
A child would change things.
Could I still tolerate what Samuel was doing? In the end, Ufera and I decided to use hitting a bottleneck in her research as an excuse to take Jet away from the desert and away from Thutmose. But Samuel saw through my weakness.
Can't be. So he understood you weren't just leaving for that excuse. Paimon, again, of course, Paimon's one of the most empathetic people, so it's very easy for Paimon to like interject here and like get some more out of this. A research that can unlock all the secrets of Olimar is worthless to Thutmose. He even thought that I would have no reason to leave Thutmose once Ufera was gone. No, so he killed her so he wouldn't leave? How do you even sleep when I know witnessing things like that? Exactly, it's a great question, but like it's hard.
I do my best.
That's like, again, the shakiness that we're seeing from Jabriel now. So our encounter with Samuel was a coincidence?
Yes and no. Thutmose never gave an opportunity to unlock Olimar's secrets. I thought we might encounter them, but I never expected that we'd run into Samael.
Those Fatui too. Paimon wonders what wicked plots they and Samael are hatching together.
He will stop at nothing to achieve his objectives. That's the kind of person Samael is.
Then what's your goal on this trip to Jabriel? My goal? It's not more, is there? You still have to let go of King Desert's secrets? I'll just choose this one just for the... But Jabriel said even years of research with Ufera amounted to nothing, so how would relying on Tirza really change anything? Yeah, I just picked anyone. Why would you believe in my skills? Listen, we're going to fill in the blanks tomorrow. In truth, I already know how I'm going to write my paper.
Perhaps as Jet said, coming in the desert is like returning home. And in the end, I'm a grain of sand. I was born here, and shall be buried here as well. Ufera and I were like a bird and a fish, but all of our secrets allowed our fates to intertwine. Now you and I, people from the desert lands, are again here for those very same secrets. I didn't mention all this to you because it was my own selfish dream, and had nothing to do with Jet. I don't want to make her bear any burden she doesn't have to. I totally believe that as well. So when he's talking about the grain of sand, he actually means when it's all together. So he's like, okay, accepting my fate. I'm coming back home because I am a grain of sand. Cheers that we hold different opinions on Alamar, but you run the research from the Hindi clan. As long as we reach the throne. The throne? Our destination tomorrow, Akad Nisut, is where Alamar's throne lies. According to the legend of the desert, only the chosen are worthy to kneel before the throne. The times have changed. If I had a chance to look upon the golden slumber that Alamar promised, I'll be able to fulfill the lifelong wish Ufera and I share. So there's the golden slumber thing as well, and the wish that his wife shared as well. Then Dawazui agreed and protect you to the end. Alright, I'll be the weaker by far if it's just wondering me. How could you forget about Paimon? Exactly, we need Paimon. Aren't you be included in any estimation of group strength? Okay, who votes Tearzad out? Me. Paimon's definitely stronger than you though. Exactly, get him. Anyway, I've new worries, Jabriel. Don't you have revenge on your mind at all? I know repeatedly you promised to protect me until the commission is over, but the loss of your wife isn't something you can just laugh off, is it? If we meet again, no, I definitely think we will. Even I know that they'll be waiting in the ambush for us at our final destination. At that time, what would your priority be? Will you take a step forward to get revenge or step back and keep us safe? Come on, Cheers, stop putting people on the spot like that. It is a tough question. Paimon doing the angry mother face as well. It is a tough question. It's a very realistic question and linked to my survival, so of course I have to pursue an answer. If taking revenge on Samuel could bring Ufera back to life, a good deal like that, even if I had to gut him 10 times, even 100 times, I wouldn't hesitate at all. Horrific but romantic. You would gut a man 1,000 times to bring your wife back. Like, again, hearing it is like, whoa. But it's also like, you know that it's like, that's love. Holy hell, that's beautiful. This is meaningless delusion that even Alamar would pay no attention to. I can only pray she found peace amidst the endless oceans of sand. A man chained by hatred cannot raise a daughter. That is such an interesting line as well. The idea that like you can't bring her up on hatred as well. That's why I left the sands behind me so Jet could get away from all this and those feelings would not edify her. That's so beautiful. Father, I didn't know anything. I even said that you did all this because you couldn't forget the desert and hot winds here. If you hate it here, let's just leave right now. Forget Samuel. Oh, Jet. You lovely girl. To be honest, I want to know about the past. I want to know how you and Mother met each other and fell in love. I want to know what you and Mother have been through, the sweet memories and everything else. But if bringing up these memories will bring you sorrow, then I'd rather not hear about them. Just leave them buried here. Very mature response. I'll stop liking the sand. I'll stop treating this place like home. Do you hear that? Like for her father, how much love she has for him and this like care for him. I will stop what I love. I will stop wanting to think about my home and to learn about my home. We've been together since I can remember. Nothing was more important to me than you. So as long as you're well, we can be at home anywhere. This relationship is beautiful. You can't leave. Our expedition isn't over yet. You really have a way with words, don't you? Because they're having such a beautiful moment. Like from one side you have like Jet saying that like, you know, I will leave this place and I'll stop caring about the sand. I'll stop thinking about the sand. If it means you can be happy and stop suffering. And on the other side of things, it's like, don't worry, like anywhere we are, it's home. As long as I'm with you. Gabrielle's way better with words than we thought. Like, I know, I just love these two. I love these two to death. Even Paimon knows that wasn't a compliment. Don't worry, I won't quit halfway. Perhaps a day will come when I shall meet her again in the eternal oasis. When that day comes, spring water will replace the salt water. Joy will wash away the pain. Roses will never wither, and feasts will never end. But that day is still very, very far away. It will definitely not be now. She knows that I have a mission to complete. I will assist you in unlocking the secrets of Olimar, and protect you on to the end. Samael will not obstruct us, because I will clear him out of your way. As to Ufera, if I have the chance, I'll tell you everything, Jet. Time will gradually filter away the bitter impurities. Though I'm not good with words. You've proven that you have one of the most romantic ways of speaking, one of the most beautiful ways of speaking, even if it can come from like a brutish kind of sense of like being kind of like more of a tougher person. The words that you do say are absolutely beautiful to me. I may not be able to even convey with thousands of her beautiful qualities, but if you're willing to listen, I will tell you everything I know, you stunning man! Man's a mess, Father. Can you sing that song? Oh, stars high above the wasteland? It always calms me. Are they just trying to break my heart with these two? They're just trying to break my heart? It's a song that Ufera has deciphered from the Olimar text. Oh, stars high above the wasteland. Oh, nightingales weary from the day. It's time to take off the crown of roses. Cleanse yourself with wine. We heard the song, yeah. Take off the crown. So was that her grave up there? Was that who that was? I'll take the night's watch. Don't stay up till late. Was that the grave? Because if she deciphered it, that was her freaking grave that we visited. Holy hell. Oh, this is this area from before. So that was her grave. All along, that was her grave. Because, like, of course he was standing in front of it, and that's we were trying to decipher that message as well. The idea of, like, oh man, we're going to this area, which I actually, like, legitimately decided when I went in to get the artifacts, I purposely didn't look at it. But yeah, what a beautiful moment between Jet and Gabrielle. And I actually think what's really interesting there is, like, this whole thing they've been called, like, dumb by Tirzad, but, like, the emotional intelligence of two of them to, like, be able to understand each other in this moment. And it's like, it's always been us, you know, it's always been us together. Really beautiful moment. Oh my god. Yeah, I legitimately on purpose didn't look at this area. I'd like turn to the side. Search for Kaj Nisuit, so that's the throne. Whew, we're finally here. But is the alcohol still clouding my mind, or has the sand distorted my vision? Is this really a place we're looking for? I can see Kaj Nisuit, but it feels like I also don't. So you like, it's like almost like nearly like a vision. Actually, I'm meaning to ask you. You clearly can't hold your alcohol, so why are you so fond of drinking?
Beep boop beep beep.
Exactly, you tell him.
I'd hoped to improve my fountain of wisdom, but it makes my world spin instead. You're right, I really should slow down a little. But I'll be fine. Nautogol gave me some invigorating drinks before we left, so I'm as clear-headed as can be. It feels like we're missing a little something here. Just a little might be an understatement. Kaj Nisuit is where it should be, but it seems to be refusing to show itself. So like it's supposed to be like right in the middle here? What's that supposed to mean? Shh, look over there. It's the Eremites. Oh, they got here before us. What should we do? Avoid them? Let's go have a little chat with them. A chat? We didn't get along last time, and even we fought each other. Can we really talk to them now? Tirzad, do you think we're going over there to invite them for tea? We're going to communicate in our own way, of course, and if all else fails, we'll talk with our fists. It is what my father and I are best at.
Talking with fists. Tirzad needs to calm down. Calm down, Tirzad.
Calm down right now, Tirzad, or you'll be in trouble. Tirzad, calm down. Tirzad, calm down. Oh, boy. Tirzad, calm down. Who are you? The researcher and the trader. Good. Give us the stuff Samael mentioned. Give you what now? We don't owe you anything. Acting dumb won't save you. Take this. Looks like negotiations have broken down.
Looks like they have.
You are not welcome.
Oh my god, they're so cool. Like, and again, they have like a similar hairstyle like this one to like
Guide us.
Jabriel as well. By the way, these Eremites are like insane for damage. Sometimes I will literally be like mid-move and like I'll come out with move and they will like be attacking you. It's like the craziest stuff.
Have fun with this gift. We'll see about that.
I'm trying to switch to, yeah, I see, I'm so used to having them in the other buttons that it's like always weird for me. You see what I mean? Like, look, they're so good at interruption. It's insane. Like, they're so good.
Some target practice.
And like they have like a very much a kind of like a hyper armor as well. This one's really cool. In some cases, not all the time. Hyper armor is like, I only know from Dark Souls. A hyper armor is when like someone has like, you know, no matter how much you hit them, they have like a they don't get knocked back pretty much. Like, see, like that's a hyper armor. Like even with this special move, she doesn't get knocked back. You really cool design. Wait, there's another one there? Wait, if they fell down, they don't want to fight. He's like, get up the hill now with my spear. No, sorry, it's like more like a halberd. Oh, strange. It didn't feel like they did. It feel like they didn't go all out. What did they mean when they mentioned Samuel's orders? It's about Ben. Ben didn't take away. Did get taken away before. Beep beep. It is possible. Besides, Tears must be protecting Ben too. They probably stayed for a while. Then let's look around. There might be some clues. Well, that was a very like interesting. Because like it was very like it almost like went from the scene right to the game itself. Like game itself was really cool. So let's hand it to Jabriel. Short letter that was written in code. Oh, perfect. The way they're standing as well. He's so cool. He's so cool. We found this, though we're not sure if it's a useful clue. When I was still with the Tudmos, we used this to leave messages for each other in code, just like this. Oh, so you can read it, Jabriel? Someone else should be aware that he can. Then, this is all a trap. Samuel ever see, so he set it out there because he knew he would read it. I know your past will come back to bite us. Stop it! Shut up! Come on, Ben, why don't we return to Sumedo City? It is quite regrettable that my paper won't have its final 2 chapters, but I can always return again if I'm still alive. Beep. Next time I should get help that it has a clean background. We can use this against them. What do you mean? We're the latecomers here. They've been here for quite some time, and they made some discoveries, of course. They just lack something crucial, so they can't advance. And we just happen to have what they need. The stone slate, that's right. Instead of taking them from us, they have a better way to get what they want. Oh, so they'd like to sit back and claim the fruits of our work. Yeah, they prefer if we solved everything for them. Oh, I get it. They're the people who enjoyed research projects that contribute to nothing but takes all the credit when there's time to present your findings. But they won't be able to get what they want if you get stuck here. So that we can use this against them. We can avoid a fight once everything's been uncovered, but Jet, wander near you will run from a fight, right? Of course. I was going to punch that guy in the face with me again. Yes, Jet! I will never cower. Alrighty then, forward it is. Sorry to interrupt, but there must be a safer method, right? How about this? How about Jabriel's got us this far? Let's accept it. Just think about it. If the ruins have been here for years, just a few months, or even a few years won't change anything. We can come back later. Using their plan against him is a bad idea. All 4 of you seem to do is full of confidence, but that's because you're skilled fighters. But there's just too many of them. Paimon can fly away and hide and things go south, but what about me? For safety's sake, we should return to Sumeru City and draw up a plan. No, even Aru Village will be fine. Those Tumble folks may believe in King Deja, but that doesn't mean they won't touch the ruins. If he can't do it, through ordinary means, Samuel will use other means. If they solve King Deja's puzzles before us, these ruins probably won't be the same when you return to your Zod. What? But they're all relics!
They may be precious relics to you researchers but from the academia, but they clearly aren't to those topmost. It's all just a process, a phase. They only care about the final objective. Results are what matters to them. Here's how, do you still not get it? We have no other choice now.
Oh, it saddens me to think that I won't get to celebrate my success because I'll have to face the fangs of that venomous snake who will leap out of the shadows.
He may be in the shadows, but they were prepared for him. I won't let him touch you. According to the code letter, Olimar's throne should show itself to the worthy who have passed 3 trials. Maybe there refers to the buildings all around us. You know, there are so many huge statues here. Paimon's worried that they'll all come to life. Maybe the trial is to defeat them.
I can only hope that you're wrong. Yeah, this is actually so interesting. Like the idea that, like, again, like they, first of all, I thought they were pretty tough, but I like the idea that like they're only they went easy on us. It's so cool seeing the entrance from this perspective too. That they went easy on us because they were truly like worried. They didn't want us to die, but they also wanted us to think that maybe like they did want us to die. Look at the smoke, then you're the fog, then you're too. I guess it's sand, really. So they set up this whole thing. And I do love whenever Jet has a resolve. Like, I love Jet saying I'm going to punch him in the face. What a resolve. So fantastic.
Off we go.
What a game, I say. What a game. So you have to do 3 trials.
Adventure time.
I'm so for this. What's an interesting blue color here, isn't it? What did that do? Oh, down here? Holy hell. Maybe not? How do we get out of here? What if we're trapped? There it is. Oh, okay. Okay, so it is just a matter of finding the fall. That's interesting. That's interesting. Okay. Well, yeah, I was gonna say that I was usually I record the Let's Play today, but this is the first time. Tomorrow we have Raincoat releasing, and it's the first time. If anyone's watching Raincoat playthrough, it's already happened. But it's the first time we've played a day 1 release game since Tears of the Kingdom. Wow. I didn't say wow, by the way, for our first time day 1 release of Tears of the Kingdom. I said it wow because we did it. Which to me is just like a really fun concept, because we don't need to always do day 1 releases because like we don't like rushing it. I was gonna play like oh, we still have this as well. I was gonna play Silent Hill 2 as well, like, and do it like maybe once a week. We do like a longer Silent Hill 2 video. The problem with doing the Silent Hill 2 video is that I think it's going to be like, they said the game is going to be doubled in length, which here, look, the way I look at it is like, everyone has different perspectives on how games should be and, you know, what values a game should be. For me, like, I love horror games so much. I really do. And like a horror game to me is infinitely replayable just because they're so good. So like a 9-hour horror game, which is what Silent Hill like originally was, but say like Resident Evil 2 or something like that, like a remake, it's like 9 hours on your first playthrough. That's perfect for me, like, or not even perfect, that's like the length, like as long as it should be for me a lot of times. Like Little Nightmares, for example, was 3 hours and that was perfect for pacing for that game. And the reason I think that is just because like I feel like a lot of people like, you know, have different takes on how art should be and how like the, you know, how long games should be. But the way I always look at it is like, oh, we have this slate as well, is that, for example, like Persona 5 Royale, to me, is a 10 out of 10 for me, personally. Or let's like even use like, say like even a shorter game like Persona 4 Golden, right? Persona 4 Golden to me, at 60 hours, maybe sometimes 80 depending on like which playthrough you're doing, is like a 10 out of 10 game for me. One of my top 5 favorite games ever created. That game at 70 is an amazing game, right? That game at 70 hours is an incredible, amazing game. And then you have like a game like Little Nightmares that's perfect at 3 hours. You know what I mean? It's like, and it's not a direct science. I understand people want value, but sometimes like, you know, searching for like the idea of like value for me can sometimes like, you know, make decisions, you know, like I would miss out on some of the greatest games of all time. Shadow of the Colossus, for example, on PS2 is like a very short game compared to other games, but still to me is like a perfect game. But I think it's just different perspectives. Everyone has different perspectives. Some people want that value. I also play JRPGs, which like you get an immense amount of value out of, so it's like, can Calvin talk? Yeah, I don't know. I feel like everyone's gonna have different perspectives on that, aren't they? That's what's neat.
Have fun with this gift.
Actually, you know, definitely give your take if you want to on that, because I'm actually interested to hear what people think about that. I do think it's sometimes weird when like the argument online becomes like, you know, someone's like, oh, I like Silent Hill at 9 hours so I can replay it a bunch of times and make it like 100 hours because I played it so many times. And other people are like, well, I only play games once, so I kind of want to get like as much value as possible out of it, which I think is also understandable. I think like both sides are like, you know. Yeah, I was just gonna say, because it's a bit longer, it might like take forever to finish it if I do it that way, so I might just do it as like one playthrough eventually. Maybe at Christmas time or something. I don't mean to, but it makes it sound like I'm so ungrateful as well. This game, they made the game more. And I can't believe I switched again. What is happening? This is early stage Calvin. This is so early stage Romer. But yeah, like I don't mean to sound like I'm so ungrateful. I'm just trying to say like, you know, sometimes horror games can, like, if you get to a point in a horror game when it's like you're no longer scared, then it's like, okay, this has gone for too long. But it depends on the horror game as well, I suppose. I think it's just like pacing of a game is so important to me sometimes. Like, it's so important to me. Like, a game can have so much value, right? At like if this game, a game come out and be like, oh my god, this game is 100 hours of content for $60. And it's like, yeah, but like that 100 hours dragged on. But then another game could come out and be like, this game's 100 hours for $40. And it's like, wow, this was paced so incredibly well. It's all about pacing. Pacing is super important for me. Where's the third one? Oh, it's down below here. It's below us.
Off we go.
Does that make sense? It's like you can have like the longest game possible. You can have a horror game that's super long as well. As long as it's paced really well, then I have no issue. I have no issue whatsoever. These are interesting trials, by the way. Oh, hello.
New punching bag.
Oh, your friend went down. Jeremiah!
I'm going in.
Will Calvin ever pick like you know, I think I do. I think sometimes I do Tony as names. Okay, let's see what we got here as well. Yeah, these trials are super interesting because I guess like it's like they're all, so far they've been like quite different. I forgot that you can only activate one of these at a time anyway, so you might as well just wait. Do you want to reappear for me? Not wee-wee. Not wee-wee? Not wee-wee. Please. Do you want to reappear for me? Look at this. Look at how cute he is. And you don't want to reappear? Oh, that worked. That always works. What is this? Obscuring cells, a mysterious device within King Desert Ruins. If you approach it while bearing a special clearance, you can cause the walls near it to become transparent illusions. So sick, what the hell? Oh, that's so cool. That's so neat, and it's actually just an illusion? We're learning like new stuff all the time in this game.
There's quality here.
Wait, that's what makes... That's what makes the walls become transparent illusions? Like, that's it? Like those devices? Man, this is so cool that we're like, in this game sometimes it will drop knowledge that you never had before, just randomly. Like you'll be walking through the streets of Sumeru, and like like a random person will be like, hey, did you ever hear about the King of Darkness? And you're like, what, King of Darkness? And you won't find anything out for like 3 more years. It's so cool the way they do that. Oh, this is oh, it's a cell thing, so we have to, you know. That's just an illusion. We don't have a keystone, okay. Hello. Can I talk to you for a second?
I swear by my sword.
I do think it's such an interesting concept if someone like knows that like we are the only ones who can like get through this and they're waiting for us to complete this. It's like such like we know it's a trap, but it's such a sick trap. I might switch to Fischl now, just because we are going through here and like it might be able to have some like electricity going on here as well.
Disappear.
Foreign. Barbados, guide us.
This is so cool. This is so cool.
Things are going a little too smoothly today.
Yeah. We should have switched to Fischl head. That's okay though. Like I think Benny's doing more than well.
Useless.
Did Jean say it's going too smoothly today? She's thinking like out of nowhere we're gonna have an appearance from Klee. She's gonna hear an explosion and be like, oh god. And she's gonna see a pyramid implode. I thought there was fishies in here. Wait, so we need keystones. At least we can go back up. So, there was a thing here that we activated this, but then we have to, I don't know what this is exactly for, but there's a space over here we can go to actually, so let's get this again. Dance all night, let your body... Oh, it's just... I'm sorry, how that... It's not... I think it's not a great song, but you know... There we go, okay. Took me a bit of time to realize what we were doing there for sure. And there's the other keystone. Okay, great, great. Yeah, the plan is that we're going to be, and I think I started talking there before things changed a little bit, but the plan is that we're going to be basically having, so where does this need to lead to, I wonder? Huh. Is that we're basically going to be doing like reactions to like events most weeks until we get to Fontaine. Some fun ones, some more serious ones. They don't always have to be like, you know, the most serious ones in the world. Of course, I've watched recaps to some of them. But if you guys are interested in me watching like the actual like full ones, not just the recaps, please let me know. It'd be very, very useful to me to know. There we go. Very cool stuff. Very cool. And we have this as well. Is this the third trial? It is. We did the third trial. And find a way to... Is that just like heading back out here? This is so interesting. I'm so excited to see this. And we have to activate this. Oh my god. Oh my god. Oh my god. What? Holy hell. Jesus Christ, I just appeared there in the middle like this. The way to the throne has finally been revealed. Consider if this, but it wasn't there. Where did it come from? Let's go, the final puzzle awaits. And he's just calling it a puzzle. Look at this, look at the way the ground is as well. And the way we have to traverse through the area like this is a really great way of using their traversal mechanic, by the way. I'm sorry, I'm excited to get in here. I'll talk to you later, machine. This is so cool. Oh my, and it just appeared right in the middle, and it was always here probably. It's just like, it's about like illusions, right? And finding the proper way. Jesus Christ. Oh my god. The lighting here is incredible too. We've obviously been inside, but where's the throne? Why would you think the throne would be facing the entrance? Isn't it a receptionist's desk? I actually feel like I shouldn't say such disrespectful things in a place like this, or anywhere maybe. Anyway, King Desert's throne should be in a more dignified place, or in simpler terms, a place higher up. The mechanisms here probably stopped working a long time ago. We gotta find a way to reactivate them. Oh, Paimon can't wait to see what the throne looks like. Everything linked to King Jedra is huge, so that throne is definitely very huge, right? Paimon wants to take a seat in it. Yeah, you can sit in it. Beep beep. Something seems to be the matter with Bem Bem. It seems like he wants to go down. But Tears out that said the throne is definitely higher up. To go up, we must first go down. You cannot reach a peak without falling to your lowest, just like in life. Exactly. Looks like you learned quite a bit the past few days and spent with me, eh? Or maybe the gigantic journey that we've been on where we met so many people who were stuck in sorrow that made it out of there. Perfect example is probably Xiao and Vaughn finding ways to like rebuild themselves. Xiao, like, you know, if you really think about like how sad Xiao's story was, like it was depressing. And to be in a place in your life where like you truly believe that like you're just a burden to everyone and like what, and you're trying to help everyone no matter what. Like he would show up if we look how dark it is down here. Like if we showed up, if we called for help. The Ruler Tree Trials. Paimon bested Desert guy got some awesome stuff. King Desert's wisdom now without folks from common folk. We're gonna find nothing of value after all this trouble. Then Tears up in him as a bad guy. So you have to activate the 3 mechanisms like again, like Paimon said, like a rule of 3. Is it defeat enemies, I wonder though? Or seems to be, oh, it seems to be trying to find those things again. Let's go. Hello. Can't ignore me like I know my brother. How'd you find out about that? Text me. Okay, you guys text? You text. That's interesting. I didn't know you guys could text. We text. What phones do you use? Motorola Razors. Actually, good phone. Reliable phone. Very reliable. Very reliable. A reliable phone. Up there. We need to like somehow get it into this space here, so it's something around here. For sure. And like, this is just an empty room? Can we climb up these walls? We can. But for why? What seeketh thee? Oh, it's here. There it is. No, this is just the thing before. What the hell? Like, it's very clear what we have to do here in terms of activating this stuff, right? But I'm just like we have to get the pillars activated again. Is all this blocked off or is just part of it? It seems all of it's a little bit blocked off. You can send me up, please, elevator. So maybe this is just a scythe thing? Oh, there it is. Okay, I see it now. My bad. We just have to follow this around then, I'm guessing. That makes perfect sense now. I'm gonna beat you up so bad you're gonna wish I never beat you up so bad.
Barbados, guide us.
Evil conquering.
Xiao's been, well, the whole team's been good. They've all been doing a very good job.
Worthless.
Oh, you're hiding over here?
Worthless. Boring.
Wind, hear me. Have fun with this gift.
Nice. And where did the thing go? It's over here. And we've just had to bring it over here, right? And then release it again. Or maybe it's going to activate onto that thing? Maybe not. No, over here, right? So now that's activated. Did that actually work? And that was something we had to do? Is one of these deactivated? Or maybe we have to do all three? It's hard to know sometimes. It definitely is hard to know sometimes. But the game does a good job of, like, you know, if you look around, the game will try to lead you in the right direction, I think. And release it again. Where is this heading to now? Up? Oh, this is where we were before. Yeah. You can send me up. Elevator, go. Yeah, I wonder, like... Wait, so this activates that, so we can activate this. So that's that one done. Okay. I wonder what the ending of this is going to be, and I hope we do get to, like, have some, like, moment for our boy, Jabriel. Just because I feel like this is a big deal for them. And, like, I love the relationship between them and Jeb. It's so special to me. It's so special. And I hope we have to have some reconciliation with Tearsat as well. You know? Hey, do it. You go over there. You're right there. Buddy, I believe in you. Oh. Buddy, I believe in you. Come on, you can do it. There you go. You thought you were so funny. You thought you were so funny trying to block me off. What does that even do, by the way, when we do this? Because we, like, some of them we block off and they just, like, go to random places. Some of them, they actually go directly to the source of what we need them to go to. But I guess maybe it's a part of it. Maybe it is a part of it. But yeah, we're actually, like, closing in more and more on Fontaine. And it did unlock this. And, like, as I said before, like, and, you know, I know, like, some people, it's not always the nicest thing in the world here. Oh, it did activate that. Yeah, it just took a bit. We obviously won't be doing every single world quest that's available in the game. And I think a lot of the times people, like, you know, will be like, well, what about my favorite world quest? And what about this favorite world quest? And it's like, I need to make sure when playing this game that I have I'm pacing myself that it's not bad for me. You know what I mean? I need to play this game in a way that, like, I do not get burnt out to the point that I don't want to play the world quest anymore. You know? So if I feel like there's a time we need to move on, then we need to move on, alright? Hurry up, I'm seeing Tetra's big chair. Heck yeah. The upper floor is up here? No? We are hitting our heads so hard, and I can feel how bad it is. You know when you hit your head off stone? Oh my god. Yeah, and like obviously, like to me, that's not an apology either. By the way, like I would never apologize for you know, pacing a playthrough the way I want it to be paced, you know, for myself. So it's actually fun for me. The Prism of Kajin is a control device within King Dedrit's runes and gives off an enigmatic light. If you get close to the Prism of Kajin, you can control all nearby objects that give off the same light. You can also change the color of the prism's glow. Okay. Operate? Okay, so that activates this. So we want to get up higher, I guess? So if we switch it to blue, what does that do? If we operate this, it brings out the blue ones? So we want all these to get activated, right? Huh? Oh, it's just this. Okay. Okay. Is that all it is? No way. There's no way it's just that. What? That's so simple. Okay. Again, I was overcomplicating things trying to think about what we have to do here. It's actually just that simple. Oh my god.
Teamwork is dreamwork. Go as planned. We'll see about that.
It's his throne is. Wait, they deactivate. I was like, oh, why did they go down? They deactivated. What? I was like, why weren't they attacking? I was like, are they glitched? No, they deactivated. Oh my god, we're gonna get to see the throne. We're gonna see King Dedrit's throne. Holy hell, I'm so excited. I am so excited. Oh my god, there it is. Look at that as well above it. Is that a statue of King Dedrit? I love approach the throne, by the way. That's terrifying. This chair is used. Paimon feels like just sitting on it's gonna make Paimon super great. I want to sit in it too. I may disprove you're a tyrant like King Dedrit, but your thoughts might be too audacious even so, Paimon. I know, Paimon wants to sit in a chair. Anyway, nothing happened, huh? Is something lacking, or perhaps we made a mistake somewhere? Jabriel didn't mention the only chosen may kneel before the throne. Maybe we really have to kneel before the throne? But I'm a researcher of the academia. I can't kneel before a tyrant's throne, and it's an empty throne too. Don't worry, it won't be empty when Paimon sits there. We love you, Paimon. You're Jet, please help me with Paimon. Jet? Where's Jet? Where's Jet? Because she was still with us just a moment ago. Where did she go? Where did she go? Where did Jet go? Samael. What? You're still refusing to let your utmost deep down. Self-deceiving makes no difference to people like us, and you know it. Alamar's throne is right before us. Aren't you obsessed with it too? No mere grain of sand can reject the Golden Slumber. Alamar's promise is that the paradise that all of us dream of. Do you think betraying the Thumos would be enough to deny your nature? I knew you would be back. Little Jet, you see it now. Once it is on Alamar's throne, your dear father forgot everything. Even you know it. Like it's just hard. That was my mistake. It has nothing to do with him. Good. Yes, good on you, Jet. You're just as stubborn as your father. But your talkativeness, I guess you must have gotten that from Urfera, huh? Don't mention her name now at this stage. We solved everything for you and brought you to the throne. Your dream should be fulfilled. Jet is useless to you. Why do you keep her? I see you're finally trying to show your true colors, huh, Gabriel? Use the plans against them? You're just like one of them, like I said. Tirzad, shush. This is not the situation. It's his daughter. So this is a choice. Looks like your companions never really trusted you at all. Tirzad, your expedition should be over now. We've explored the entire Kaj Nisut, and you now have all the knowledge you need. Sorry for being a little bit aggressive with him, but this is a situation where his daughter is kidnapped. We start considering how to get back to safety. I promise to protect you until the end, and I'll keep my word. Such greed. Jabriel, I thought you knew, but I don't understand what you're doing right now. You're trying to shoulder every burden, your daughter's safety, that researcher's commission, and Alamar's secrets. I thought you learned your lesson about greed when Urfara died. Oh, sorry, should I say, I thought you learned a lesson when Ufera died. You're awful. You are awful. Perhaps you learned your lesson when you're prepared to pay the price now. Don't. Let's see which amongst them is willing to be the price you pay. The widow keeps saying stuff. Paimon gets confused. Haven't we uncovered everything? And what Almar's secrets are anyway? And the Golden Slumber. Aren't it just desert superstitions? Things like that are too vague. There's no research value in them. Please, Tirzad, please. They say anyone who gains each other's wisdom is permitted to enter the Golden Slumber and enjoy eternal peace and happiness there. Besides ignorant children, who would take that seriously? You're a third-rate researcher. Oh, and if Ufera were alive, she would have written multiple books by now. Someone like you has no right to talk about Alamar's legacy, and you do? You're a disgrace to it. Enough! If you wish to sit on Alamar's throne, then do so as you please. I won't stop you. I won't let Tirzad do that either. I opened a path to Alamar's throne for you, and it was Tirzad and wanted to make Kajada manifest itself. I don't think I owe Tirzad anything. He wanted a paper that could shock the academic world, and now he has material that no one else has. I've helped him accomplish his objective. Now give Jet to me and we'll be even. I'm really curious why you're always so evasive whenever Alamar's secrets are mentioned. It's an empty throne. There's Fatui members there as well, look. An unqualified and mediocre person won't be great just by sitting on it. That prayer is the key, but of course you know that. If it all makes sense, if we're planning on to... Is it the prayer that was deciphered? We're planning on to return alone. Unfortunately, unless you're willing to pay with little Jet's life, nothing is more... nothing is more important than family. Do not... No. Yes, 100%. Do not even try that. Paimon may not know what the secrets of Alamar he kept mentioning are, but it doesn't matter if it's the truth or superstition, like Tirzad said. Both strength and endless wealth are nothing before family. And Paimon, we get this. How much have we seen that so far in our journey? What kind of prayer has that much appeal? I refuse to believe it. But I don't mind listening in. It wouldn't hurt to include it as an anecdote in my paper. You don't realize, you were so worried about your safety. You do not realize the situation that Jet is in right now. It's something that can be in exchange for Jet's safety, then stop hesitating and tell him. To be honest, I expected we might have to fight for our lives to get down, so isn't it great that we can resolve this peacefully? So Tirzad saying, hey, give up the information for her. I would agree. I would agree at this stage. I never expect to see such intense superstition. I guess my knowledge is still lacking. Perhaps the superstition linked to King Desert as it is. Maybe worth studying after all. There it is, yeah. Oh, stars high above on the wasteland. Oh my god. Huh? But isn't this... Father? It's... Gabriel, why? Get ready. Get ready! Oh, stars above on the wasteland. I see. And it's so weird, the one who killed her is the one who's reciting the words that she deciphered. Samuel repeats the prayer. Dirtbag. Oh, you think you look so cool. You don't. You don't. What is this? He looks so strange. He fell asleep. No, wait. He isn't breathing. He got what he wanted. Now he's inside the Golden Slumber that Olimar promised. The Eternal Dreamland. So that's what you meant by the Eternal Dreamland? What happened to Samuel? None of you will leave this place alive. Wait, it's like so the Golden Slumber is like some sort of like heaven. It's like some heaven that you get to be with like...
That's close enough.
Holy hell.
That's it. Law of the jungle. Where do you think you are?
Barbados, guide us.
Disappear.
But in the end, I think he did come around. And if I did misinterpret what he was saying originally, I do apologize. I apologize, Tirzad.
Gears of the storm.
Get off that big rock. So he just literally stopped breathing and went to the gold. That's what he wanted. He just went to the Golden Slumber. Insane. And how as well, Gabriel, as it was happening, we'll talk about more after the fight, I suppose, but as it was happening, Gabriel was changing course, all of a sudden was no, take it then. And even gave into it, hey, and rightly so, because it loves his daughter so much, and rightly so, and there's Samuel just sitting there watching as we're doing this.
Get out of my way. Disappear.
This is an insane setting. And all along, those words that we saw on the gravesite at the start of this mission were the words that were the most important. Again, look, having like Jet like fighting alongside us with Jabriel as well is so freaking awesome. It's so incredible.
I swear by my sword.
Oh, here we go.
Everybody stand back.
I can't believe Samuel is just literally sleeping up there, dead, in the Golden Slumber. Is there more after this, I wonder?
Your journey ends here.
There is. Oh, and it's a big boy again. It's the big rock guy.
Light it up.
Pound it to the floor.
Repeat this course. Barbados, guide us. Useless.
Here we go. Before he can even like do his ability. Oh look, he made the alligator show up again. It's a really cool design for it too. And they keep saying the Golden Slumber, the Golden Slumber. Father, what's going on in that prayer? Chabriel, you mentioned that Jet's mother deciphered it from Alamar's text. I didn't expect it to be used here. But is Alamar's Golden Slumber a way to send his believers to an eternal sleep? That makes it more terrifying than I ever imagined. I wish to get back and up to the collective knowledge of the academic world. Eek, thank goodness Paimon didn't sit in that throne. Guess sitting in the seat doesn't belong to you or it doesn't end well. Yeah, Paimon, that would have been bad. I have so many questions. Ufera made the inference about Alamar's promise. Those who offer the correct prayer to Alamar will be granted entry into the Golden Slumber, but it's a one-way trip. No one can freely move between the eternal dreamland and reality. It seems like Ufera was right. Samael is gone forever. I must admit that it was a very risky gamble, but all that matters is Jet is safe for sure. That's right, everyone is safe, and that's the most important thing. We're just looking at this dead guy staring at us from the throne as well, by the way. It's so creepy. Let's summarize the overall situation now. Jet's back safely, and Samael's subordinates have been defeated. Samael, he got his wish, didn't he? If you're such a villain, I feel like thanking him. Anyway, since he's in paradise he dreamed of, I didn't even mission to use him as a case study in my paper, right? All's well that's end well. Tears out hereby announce that the archaeological expedition has been completely successful and has yielded great results. Is it really over? It doesn't feel real. Yeah, we got the answer what the Golden Slumber is. I guess it's like it's almost like a heaven, like a celestial state. It isn't over. I mean, the minimum requirements of the commission was to escort you safely back to Outer Village, right? That's true. Tears' commission isn't over, so I can't slack off just yet. Father and I will be free once we escort Tears back safely. Then we can go wherever we want. I'm not talking about the desert, by the way. I mean literally anywhere. And that means so much to me, man. It's fine, Jet. I'm willing to accompany wherever you want to go. As for Ufera, I'll tell you about it if you're willing to listen. That's so good. There's a research notes too, but I don't know if you'll be interested in those. I was worried about losing them, so I didn't bring them along. I left them and some luggage with Boniface once we returned to our village and get our luggage. What? I feel like something's wrong. Something's coming this way. What? What is that? What's going on? How could this be? What is that? Is this Samael? No, he's gained Alamar's wisdom. Even if it's just for instant. What? His authority. We must leave it. What? Oh, what? What? Escape? Wait. Challenge failed? What do you mean challenge failed? Where'd you want me to go? Do you not want me to go here? Oh, because we... Oh, I get it. What is that? But I kind of get... I think it's because it's like closing in all around us. That we touched it. Yeah! Oh my god! Oh my god. Oh! Okay, Gene, you're the fastest. You must be. Oh my god, someone let me down! Where are we going?
Where's the escape? Where's the exit? It's this way. It's this way. It's this way. Oh! Oh my god. No. Wait. Why'd the door close? The door shut. What do we do? We must defeat Samuel, who's stolen Alamar's power, but his physical form is in this world must be destroyed already. So that makes him formless, and how can we defeat him? Don't tell me he's invincible in the eternal dreamland. Unless someone goes to where he is. Unless someone stops him and defeats him in eternal dreamland, I must... No. But how are you going to come back? Didn't you say no one can move freely between the eternal dreamland and reality? No! I promise to keep you safe until the end. I can't let you all die here. What? He's just... What is this? No. You're here. I knew it. We are the twin blades of Tudmos. Our lives dedicated to uncovering the secrets of the Golden Slumber. You took the long way around, but it doesn't matter anymore. We met here again. Again here, at the end of the path. You were just lost before, but the sands of Tudmos always return before Alamar's throne. Like a dehydrated thirst for spring, only illusion of eternal oasis can relive our agony. I'm inside the Golden Slumber, promised by Alamar. You are not us yet? Soon there'll be no you. You will become a part of us, like all the grains of sand. And this meaningless talk will become unnecessary then. I'm here to stop you. My mission is to protect. I must protect Jed and the others. Why care about such trivial matters? Great power is right before you. It's like a torrent in the desert. Don't you feel it? You should obey Alamar's will. Alamar's will is our own. The Tudmos dreams are our dreams. No. Ufera taught me that I'm not just some part of you. I'm an independent person. I have my own dreams and I won't go back. Why don't you understand? Love is just a fever. I even eliminated the infection for you. Has the heat made you lose your mind? You're the one who's lost your mind, Samuel. Oh my god, not me. The Golden Slumber that Alamar promised us isn't like this. It's not a sad place with only we and no I. I'm not sad. I know what I want. My dream is to be one with the Tutmos. Yet you, the warmth of another, I despise such feelings. It makes you weak. Your betrayal was like a blade in my chest, but I obtained Alamar's wisdom. And that wound I thought would never heal is nothing but a memory now. You realize it too, haven't you? That drowsiness. Alamar is summoning you into the dream. Stop arguing meaninglessly with me. Come, fall into a deep sleep. Stop! When you awaken, no, when we awaken, nothing will be left standing in our way. The Tudmos dreams will be fulfilled. No, you're my enemy. My dream is... We are the dunes, and you are a grain of sand. We are one, you know this. I'm the treacherous kid. I abandoned the Tudmos and chose a different path. This is incredible! You took the long way around, but you reached the correct destination. Admit it. This is a dream hidden within your heart. No, Gabriel! I wanted to return to this place. Yes, you did. There's no hatred here, only eternal peace. No bitter salt water, only an endless spring. Sleep, Gabriel. Sleep. No! No. His body's disappeared. He's not coming back, Jet. This can't be. Gabriel. I refuse to believe he always keeps his promises. He promised to tell me about my mother. All of you heard him. He wouldn't lie to me. He never lies to me. Oh, Jesus Christ. I refuse to yield, Jet. I'm a man of my word. I promise to protect him until the end. Come on, Gabriel. Poor Jet. I see your ties to the mundane inhibit you. Just like an infection, I just have to eliminate them. The door is open? Oh, he opened it. I'm still shaking. Jet, it's dangerous if we can't stay, or else a sacrifice would mean nothing. Sacrifice. Leave if you want, Father. Father will be back. He'll be so sad if he couldn't find me when he wakes up. I won't leave him. That's so sad. How foolish, but these trivial troubles will vanish with the wind soon. I won't let you win. I finally get it, Samuel. You're right. There will be no me, only us. But you're not the only one who can decide our will. You can't be serious. Samuel, the twin-bladed Tudmos are equal. So die, hero. Oh, Jet's gonna be devastated. Gabriel. Oh my god. Jet, forgive me. You'll have to go on alone for now. No, I'm sure you won't forgive me. After all, it's my first time breaking a promise to you. I hear the voices of many here. I think I hear a fear or two. Jesus, dude. She's humming the song of her home. Oh, only if you could hear it too. Why couldn't I have told you a little bit more about her? Oh my god, her soft curly hair. And that innocent smile of hers. I have so many things I want to share with you, but I'm no longer able to distinguish if they are my memories. Or our memories. He's becoming like one with all the grains of sand. Jesus Christ, sorry. Oh my god. And the whole thing, I like just describing it. He's like the most romantic person ever. The door closed again. Thank goodness we made it out in time. Sure, we'll protect us, but he's gone. Father. It must have Gabriel who opened the door for us. Without him, we would have been. He fulfilled his promise while breaking another. This place not may not be completely safe. Let's meet up in Nocturnal's group ahead and back to Ara village. Oh. Refusing to give up, Jet examined the entrance to college and said time after time, only to find the door tightly shut. Behind it was dead silence. Things had happened that were beyond redemption. Jet, now having to accept reality, put away Gabriel's axe carefully. It's the only thing he left behind. We finally managed to persuade her to come back to the camp. We then informed the merchants of what happened and returned to Ara village. Fuck. It's devastating. Animark and bless us all to think that something like that would happen. So sad. And like what got me the most was him describing his, like the curly hair. It hit me so freaking hard. And then her at the door trying to open it. They loved each other so much. And again, it was only them for their whole lives. It was them together. But at least y'all returned safely. I think we made to reconsider our career as traveling merchants. The desert is 100 times more dangerous than I expected. Even someone as capable as Gabriel. And nobody like me doesn't have many lives. This may be bad time, but I have to ask about what all of you plan to do now. I'll be tears I will be returning to Sumeru City. Me, yes, I will. I should be back at the start of writing my paper. I must record everything that I witnessed. But not for academic glory or anything. Gabriel did as he promised he would. Yet I have been avoiding my responsibilities. Now it's my turn. I too must shoulder my responsibilities. I've prepared a replica for reference. As the original, I hope you keep it safe for me. I'm not trying to run from danger. It's a commission, you hear? A commission! Just think about it. I'll be completely occupied with my papers soon. But a venturer like you will never stop adventuring, right? If you make a new discovery during this time, we wouldn't be a perfect team. The thesis material shall be mine, and the more are yours. That's perfect. We're making the best of all our resources. And Jet, what do you plan to do now? I love Jet so much. Do you have any friends that you can rely on or something? Us! Father, he was so busy, he never had time for anything. He didn't leave anything behind, just the axe he always used. She just went out her father now. After all this time. Father said he hoped he could meet her again in the Eternal Oasis. He said that day was still very far away. Liar. He lied to me and her mother. He broke a promise to keep another promise. He should keep his own promise, now to fill it for him and take his axe and mother's research notes, which he kept with his luggage, to the Eternal Oasis. I hope they find true peace there. Is there anything we can do to help? Anything at all. Anything. Thank you, but it's alright. While I was taking a quick look through my mother's research notes, I noticed what seemed to be casual diary entries on the edges of the pages. I found out my father was from a tribe called the Tanit, so I plan to look for them. Perhaps they can tell me about my father. Oh, Jet! I just haven't, I'm sorry. No, like, she should, of course, it's like, she was being so strong. This was just a build-up. She broke down here, and it's totally okay. Anyway, not gonna be staying here for a while. Could we like have this conversation like near away from her, I suppose? We'll think long and hard about our future. We should be staying in Sumeru for some time too. Paimon just has this feeling that there are so many more secrets to uncover. Come to us if you need anything. We'll do our best to help you. Poor Jet. And good luck in your adventures. Huh? Oh wait. Poor Jet. Like, this is the end? This is the end of that quest? I know there's like a sequel quest, but like, it ends with Gabrielle's death and Jet being alone. Oh, she has Ben, I suppose, but she come with us. I swear to God, every single time I say this, whether it be Shenhe, whether it be Jet, we don't mind having a third member of our party. Sorry, I'm still not very good at controlling my emotions. Don't ever apologize. We know you're going through a tough time. Thank you. May your travels be smooth. Paimon hopes that everything will go well for you too. Paimon's sure of it. And that's... I know it's not it because did the mission disappear? Or will it take some time to appear? Because I know there is another... That's... Yeah, that's Diaz. Man, I feel so empty. I feel so empty after all of that. To recap what, like, I guess what happened in that, what we had was, like, we found out what the Golden Slumber was supposed to be, like, this eternal place that was promised where you could go for an eternal slumber where all the grains of sand would become, like, one, I suppose. Or maybe that's just, like, the interpretation that was had by Samael. Because it's clear that there was a different interpretation there as well. His wife, the woman he loved, I can never pronounce the name, so I'm sorry if I get it wrong, but like, no, she deciphered this poem, this prayer that would open up this, I guess, the throne for someone. But only that, like, it would have probably killed Paimon, like, in a different way. Probably wouldn't even let her join the Golden Slumber. King Deseret, his remains aren't there. We knew this. His remains aren't there. That is only a resting place for his idea or his ideals. But everyone has like a different idea what his ideals actually were. That's what's so interesting about King Deseret. But it seems that in the end, like, what generally happened was there was a betrayal where Samael killed his wife so that he would have no reason to leave, and still he felt like this was the ultimate betrayal that broke Samuel's heart, and that's why he did this. And it's not an excuse, by the way. It's still an awful person, awful person. And then Gabrielle making the ultimate sacrifice in the end for him, for Jet. In the end, Gabrielle made a sacrifice that was so huge for his daughter, so that she could become an I and not a we. There's nothing wrong with being a we in some sense, but I think he wants her to become her own self. He kept saying throughout this whole story, "I will follow you anywhere, anything you want to do." I think after his experiences with being one of the grains of sand amongst all the other grains of sand, I feel like he really, like, especially not returning to the desert. I think genuinely he wanted her to, like, not return to the desert because he wanted her to be her own person and do whatever she truly wanted to do. And even said to her, "Anything you want to do, I will follow you. Anything." It's so heartbreaking. So heartbreaking. And I know, I hope this isn't the last time. Like, I know there is like a sequel mission to this, and I hope it doesn't, like, it's not the last time we see Jet. Because, like, now I don't know if, like, if I respawn out of here when I come back, will the mission activate? Because, like, they don't, obviously, like, she's here now. I don't know if we move time forward a bit. Will they, like, leave? But this was a truly special mission, and it had some beautiful scenery. It had a beautiful story to it. The characters of Gabriel and Jet are just fantastic, and Jet's a character I'll never forget. Oh, she's still here, so you might have to reload and come back in. Which will be, next time we'll be doing a world quest. I say it'll be that world quest. We know what it means to, like, try and save someone you love and the sacrifice. And we've seen many people make a sacrifice before. And this is one of those times that the sacrifice couldn't be stopped. There was so much weight to it.
because there was barely a hesitation. He knew he was going to do this. He was like, this is what I have to do. And like I said, he broke a promise of telling him about their mother, which is so heartbreaking. Not be able to describe what his mother, like not be able to say what her mother was like. Truly, tell her more about her mother, but also that he broke a promise to keep the promise to keep everyone safe. Guys, that's going to do it for this episode here. This was an incredible, incredible mission. I don't know what to say. Like, the sequel mission is probably going to be incredible as well. This is definitely, I think, one of the best world quests, I think, in terms of just like its story, its locations. We got to go to the Tomb of King Deseret. I think the sequel mission, like I heard, takes us up here maybe, and I wonder if it has to do with finding her tribe. Really, at the end of the day, at the end of this day, at the end of every day, this is a story about someone who, or an ancient force about, I guess, from King Deseret, where you can join the Golden Slumber, where you can become a collective consciousness of all the other followers of King Deseret. As you know, as we saw at the start of this from Gabriel, where he said that all the followers of King Deseret together are strong, and Gabriel going against this completely, so that not only his daughter could have a future, but also that she wouldn't become a grain of sand as well. It's awesome. So good. So thank you to Tyfire2, Jamie Bull, Janet the Banana, The Ghost of Inazuma, Felicitas Felix, Eskun, Ewald, Radish, Anusa, Shabata Bread, Malcolm Day, Jeff Trapp, and Links Markey. And I will see you all very soon. Gene, do you want to do the thing?
Wind, hear me.
That was a lot of things, but very cool.